We interrupt your regular programming to bring you this special AM 1450 live sports broadcast.
Don't believe me, just watch.
No score on that board, Mike. Feels like a prize fight, the beginning of a heavyweight prize fight where each opponent sort of feels out the weaknesses of the other one. Yeah, each of them getting in a couple of heavy body shots along the way here. We'll see who softens up first.
Hey, oh! Stop. Wait a minute.
He's got a man open. He hits him 20 yards, 30 yards, still on his feet, 40, and he will score all the way down. Call that a 65-yard touchdown for the Catoctin Cougars. Wow, and in a sudden turn of events in the momentum of this game, on a long bomb, perfectly dropped right in the bucket from Zachary Scott. Man, he hit him in back ride right over top of the defender, right into his outstretched arm. And then it was just a foot race.
Let me tell you a little something. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up.
Musselman, shotgun formation, takes a snap, looks right. Taking backfield, runs the draw. There's nobody around him. He's got room. He's still on his feet down the 20. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Linganore Lancer on a 50-yard run from the line of scrimmage. Quarterback draw by Nathaniel Musselman. They go to their power NFL Pro set. They hand off to the deep back straight ahead. Touchdown, Walkersville Lions. Low man wins on that one, Dave.
Good blocking from the backfield and a nice surge from the offensive line.
Well, that was an impressive drive that started out all the way back on the 27-yard line for Walkersville, and they just shoved that ball down Patuxent's throat.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Just watch.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Linganore High School, home of the Lancers. And it is Friday Night Lights here, and we're in the next to the last game of the season. That's right. This is the 9th game of the official 2016 high school football season in Frederick County. And the Linganore Lancers are hosting the Governor Thomas Johnson Patriots tonight here in a must-win game for both of these teams. My name is Michael Betteridge. I'll be doing your play-by-play. Joined here in the press box with Tom Jeppe, your color analyst. And Tom, tell us why these teams must win this game tonight.
Well, Michael, tonight is a playoff game for both of these teams. Both on the outside, kind of looking in. Linganore actually vaulted ahead of TJ from last week. So Linganore now in the 3A standings is 5th with 57.2 points, whereas TJ dropped down to 7th. With a win tonight, and a little help from Damascus down in Montgomery County, Linganore could vault up into the 4th place spot and be in the playoffs for the 3A West.
Fascinating. All right, we'll step aside for our first commercial break here. When we come back, we'll go ahead and set the whole stage for you here and much, much more. I want to thank our game sponsors tonight for making this possible. Anytime Fitness, China Walk, Clustered Spires Golf Course, Computer Enhancement Systems, Cousins, Ace Hardware and Thermont, David's Salon, that's in Walkersville, Gettysburg Auto Auction, Nanny's Diner, and finally Walkersville Bowling Center. Thanks for sponsoring tonight's Linganore Lancers Governor Thomas Johnson Patriots football game here live from Linganore High School. We'll be right back with the rest of our pregame wrap-up. You're listening to AM 1450, and this is your source for the best high school sports around.
The following are 5 reasons you should go bowling. Walkersville Bowling Center, located on Biggsford Road, is the only duck pin bowling center and family fun center in Frederick County. 2, it's a weatherproof sport. Rain or shine, Walkersville Bowling Center is open 7 days a week with 10 lanes of fun. 3, it's a family affair, a healthy, wholesome sport that the entire family can enjoy. 4, it's affordable. From youth to senior leagues, children's party specials, and karaoke every Saturday night, there's something for everyone. And finally, when was the last time you heard anyone cheer for you?
Mount Airy Mattress is not about gimmicks. It's about sleep. They believe they can help you learn how to sleep better. Their family is dedicated to providing you superior service at the best price. That's why they'll donate a portion of your mattress purchase to your favorite charity. Shop at a place that truly cares about you and your sleep. Mount Airy Mattress. See for yourself. Stop by today. Located on East Ridgeville Boulevard, just off Route 27 in Mount Airy, or call at 301-829-8855. Mount Airy Mattress, your local sleep specialist. Mount Airy Mattress is a proud supporter of Linganore football.
From time to time, parents occasionally ask,
is it safe for my children to participate in high school sports?
A better question might be,
is it safe for my children not to participate in high school sports?
Statistics show that teenagers are likely to be healthier and stay healthier as adults if they play a sport in high school. Participating in a high school sport builds and maintains strong bones, muscles, and joints. High school athletes are also more likely to develop good eating habits. High school athletes not only have stronger bodies, their self-esteem, self-confidence, and self-discipline are strengthened too. So insightful parents aren't asking,
is it safe for my children to participate in high school sports?
Instead, they're asking,
hey, what time is the game tonight?
This message presented by the Maryland Public Secondary Schools Athletic Association and the Maryland State Athletic Directors Association.
I'm SRN News White House correspondent Greg Clugston, inviting you to join my colleagues Linda Kenyon and Wally Hines, along with nationally syndicated talk hosts Mike Gallagher and Larry Elder, for SRN Election Night 2016. We'll report on the unfolding votes for president, plus Senate and congressional races, with perspective from former Senator Rick Santorum, GOP activist Gary Bauer, and many others. Hear it all right here.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Both captains are at midfield with the referees, and they're engaging in the coin toss to decide. It looks like they've been decided as both teams separate and walk to their respective ends. It appears that Thomas Johnson won the toss, and they have declined and elected to kick off. So Linganore will receive the ball first at the south end of the field. Thomas Johnson will be kicking off to the north end, left to right on your radio dial in the toss. So that is the setup here for tonight's game. Tom, I wanted to ask you something. You mentioned that they had leapfrog. Who needs to win this game more tonight? Who is this game more important to?
In my honest opinion, I think it's more important to the Linganore Lancers because they're going to jump up into the 4 spot, and they could technically be in the playoffs with a Seneca Valley loss tonight. We'll take a quick break right now. We're gonna go to the national anthem.
Okay, we'll be right back after this important commercial message.
Tired of the same old comic book shop? Stop by Frederick's original comic book shop, Brainstorm Comics and Gaming. Brainstorm Comics has been voted Frederick's best comic shop. Brainstorm Comics is the premier dealer of DC and Marvel, as well as the independent comics. They are also your board and card game headquarters. They host game nights with a different board or card game featured that night. Brainstorm Comics also has that downtown Frederick location at 54 East Patrick Street. Want something new? Wednesday is New Comic Day with Brainstorm Comics opening at 10 a.m. They open every day from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Visit brainstormcomics.com for their calendar of upcoming events and news about all things comics. Find them on Facebook and Twitter. Brainstorm Comics and Gaming. Frederick's original comic shop is the hero among the fans.
All right, we are just seconds away from the start of this important game. And as we were talking about before the break, Tom, you alluded to the fact that you thought this game was more important for Linganore. Let me ask you a question.
Well, with that said,
yeah.
With that said, if if TJ doesn't win,
they're gone.
They're done.
Can Linganore still pull something out and lose tonight?
You know what?
It's probably
very,
mathematically possible, but not
probably
likely.
very remote.
Yeah.
I would say if either one of these teams want to be alive in the 3A West picture, that team has to win tonight.
Sure. Yeah, makes perfect sense. And here come the Lancers out in the field. Now, they're not wearing their traditional uniforms, Tom. Explain.
Yeah, they're going with new jerseys. They're a gray jersey with red lettering and white numbers, all personalized with their names on the back. Usually a thing they do toward the end of the year, a motivational thing. But after last week, when we came in here, so many of these Linganore Lancers were down, injured. And they lost another player last week. They get a couple back this week. Improbable win for them in the fact that there were so many players, including their center, was out last week. And they pulled off just a gutsy, big-time effort. Defense is staunch as always, but the offense really started to jive last week with Zamari Snowden rushing for 225 yards.
Yeah, Snowden was incredible. We were so impressed with him last week in that game. And the ball is teed up now on the 40-yard line. We're ready for the opening kickoff. There it goes. High end-over-end kick, settled, taken at the 10, out to the 15, 20, 25, still on his feet, breaks through 30, all the way out to the 35-yard line. Great run back by the Linganore Lancers. Excellent field position by number 5.
Yeah, number 24 on the return. That's Isaiah Dowry. Dowry went down on the first extra point last week with a shin injury. He seems to be back and healthy this week, and that could be a good thing because he's a back that can get in there and spell Snowden.
All right, so here come the Lancers out for their first offensive possession. We've got Zach Willett in at quarterback, down under center. We had some movement on the right side, nothing called, and straight ahead drive for a 5-yard gain.
And again, that young line looks like it's starting to gel. They lose another player during the week. One of their guards, Corey Redden, is out now, so they've got another guard in there. But Snowden picked up right where he left off last week. Nice 5-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, they ran isolation right up the middle, running out of that I formation. Snowden, the deep back. They've got wing left, 2 splits. And now they run over the split. Same play, just flip the side to the formation. It doesn't get much. Back to the original line of scrimmage, no gain.
Yeah, and that's what you looked at that earlier, and it was hard to see it from this side. But on the first down, it looked like there was movement. But what they're doing is they're taking the wing and they're moving him in motion as a lead blocker.
He's motioning to the point of attack where he'll be the lead blocker. You're right. So here we go. Now they go with a straight single back. Fake the handoff, rolls to his left, wants to pass, got a man, and he throws it way out into the bench. And that's basically a throwaway. And there's a late flag that comes out from the back judge. I believe that might be, he's going to call him on intentional grounding?
Hard to believe that. He was all the way out on the sideline. They picked the flag up. I mean, he was way out of the pocket. And that was a smart play there by Willett.
It was.
Because he had nowhere to run and nobody to throw to. So throw the ball out of bounds, punt, and don't have anything bad happen. That's a smart senior type of play from the junior Willett.
So the Lancers go 3 and out and get ready to turn it over to this high-power TJ offense here. Nice snap. Big rush comes on the kicker, but he gets it away. It takes a TJ bounce, and it's down right at the 37-yard line by the Lancers, where the Patriots will take over for their first possession, 1st and 10. And
again, the snap looked like it got back there a little bit late. They've got a new snapper in this week, a shoulder injury to their starting long snapper. So, again, the parade of injuries continues for this Linganore Lancer team.
And this TJ offense is no joke. I mean, this guy, Eric Cox, the quarterback, is the second in the county in rankings. He's 63 of 116. He's got almost 1,000 yards, Tom.
Yeah, and he's got 3 receivers, in the top 10, 5, 6, and 7, actually. So he's got plenty of targets to throw to.
So they line up in a pistol formation with an offset wing. They run straight ahead off tackle, and they gain about 3 on the carry, stopped right at the linebacker at the second level by the Lancers.
Yeah, and again, they've got an active linebacker core with number 5, Devin Beck, and number 49 back from injury, Luke Freeman. So again, this is a staunch Lancer defense. They don't give up too much. They don't. I mean, they're averaging about 10 points or so a game. They've given up only about 121 points all year.
Here we go. Back out. They spread offense again. Pistol formation. They send the slot in motion across the formation. Hand off to the deep back, straight ahead. He bulls ahead for a gain of about 5 on the carry, but he's going to be about 2 yards short, so it's going to bring up, looks like 4th and 2 now.
Yeah, and 34, the nose tackle, and number 5, Devin Beck. So Cody Lawn and Devin Beck on the tackle there, so they'll bring up 3rd and looks like a long 2 to me.
He flipped the sign on me, so I apologize. It's 3rd down, not 4th. And it's a long 2, yeah. Same formation for the Patriots. Lancers look like they're coming. They're showing blitz up the middle, and indeed they do come straight ahead right at the point of attack, first down yardage, gain of 4 on the carry, and he gets a yard of insurance.
Yeah, and that's number 24, Deion Thomas for TJ. And again, he had a big game last week. He had He's got almost 400 yards on the year, and on a team like this that passes so much, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, 70 carries for the year. So he's basically their run option.
Yeah, I'd look for them to pass here.
Quick button hook. He settles down right in front of the corner for about we're going to call it a 4-yard gain. That'll bring him 2nd and 6. But he does get into Lancers territory, crosses the midfield stripe, and over to the 48-yard line in Lancers turf.
Yeah, Nick Albano, the corner there, gave a little bit of a cushion, and it was just enough for him to run that comeback route, and he was wide open. And again, that was number 7, Shimon Guinness.
Guinness had 16 receptions for 322 yards on the year. Pistol formation, handoff to the lone back. He stops, backs up, and he's going to get dropped for a 2-yard loss. Great penetration by that right side of the defensive line.
Yeah, you don't want to do that against this Lancer defense. Once you hesitate, you're done. That was number 56, Cody Huber, sophomore. Big-time tackle here for the Linganore Lancers. He actually played for me last year. That kid's got an engine that doesn't quit.
Now that'll make it 3rd and 8 with the ball. Nose of the ball sitting right on the double stripe of the 50. And the crowd gets into it now. A light crowd here. It's a little cooler than most of these nights have been lately. The temperature's starting to dip here at the stadium. Slot goes into motion. Flag in the backfield. And let's see. What do we have?
Delay a game on TJ.
Yes,
again, when you already got 3rd and long and you were driving, you make a play like you did before where you run for a loss, and now you've got a 5-yard penalty. This is not the kind of way you want to start this drive. They've started out well, and now they're backpedaling.
Those are the kind of mistakes that kill games. You know, most people will tell you, most coaches will tell you, games aren't won on the field. They're lost by mistakes like that.
Yeah, it usually comes down to a couple plays a game, too, and the bigger the mistake, the more it hurts.
All right, 3rd and 13, straight drop, looking deep, quick little screen, wham, hitting the backfield, flag comes out, he breaks a tackle, bounces outside, and then he's finished. Ball's out loose, ball's on the ground, and no call yet. Let's see, they got a lot of unsorting to do. They're pointing, Linganore's got it. But
let me tell you, that penalty has got to be on TJ, number 1, and Linganore was pounding that back. As soon, number 1, the quarterback barely got the ball off, and Linganore pounded that kid every time, caused a fumble, and big number 49, Luke Freeman, with that club cast on his right hand, a broken wrist there. Big time play for the Lancers, and this should set their offense up nicely.
So the holding, and the official call on the field was holding on the Patriots, which was declined, so it's now Lancers ball, 1st and 10, in the Patriots' 33-yard line.
And again, it's an opportunistic, hard-hitting defense here. If anything about a Linganore team, you know the defense is going to be prepared.
They break the huddle. They come out in a pro set. They hand off to the right halfback, straight ahead, sticks his nose in there and drives the pile forward for about 2.
Yeah, and that was a fullback, number 14, Nick Bennett, senior. And they also had a offensive lineman in the backfield there as a lead blocker. It was an odd formation for the Lancers.
Yeah,
you don't normally see that.
Pro set like that?
Yeah, with two big backs. Now they've got a single back set with the quick Zamari Snowden in the backfield.
Two receivers split wide. Willett hands off to Snowden. He bounces it outside, stiff arms the guy. He's around the edge, first down yardage, and dragged out of bounds at the 25. Zamari Snowden gets her done.
And again, same plays that they used last week. They were going to have a quick hitter with a fullback on a dive play, and then they would hit Snowden off tackle. And he's got the speed and quickness to get outside. When he does, it's a big gain. So it's first down now for the Lancers inside the 20-yard line.
He's small enough to get up inside there, and nobody can find him. And then he's just quick enough to bounce it outside, and he's around the edge before you can locate.
Yeah, unbelievable speed there.
They go back to that pro set now. They hand off to the left tackle, pull a reverse. You got a little traffic to run through. Breaks one tackle, breaks another. Jukes dives, and he rolls down for about a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, we call that the Sally play. That was the wing back coming back across the motion of the offense. So the rest of the backfield's going to the right. Wing back comes back in underneath, inside handoff, and that's a good gain. Keep the defense honest, and it's going to bring up second and about 6.
Ball's on the 16-yard line. They only give him 4 on the spot. And there's movement all over the place. The ball was never snapped, but half the Linganore team jumped off sides, and I think we had a bad snap count on that one, don't you?
Yeah, I think it looked to me like the center forgot the snap count because everybody else in the offense moved.
Everybody went on go, and the center didn't snap the ball, so they get 5 yards, their first mistake of the game.
Yeah, and it brings up second and we'll call it 11 now.
Hand off to Snowden straight ahead. Drives through traffic, runs into the second level. The ball comes out, but it's after the whistle. And they'll give him about 4 on the spot.
So, again, they're back to the mark they got on the first down. So, with that mistake, now it's going to bring up third and a long 6. Call it 3rd and 7. And this is where Linganore was able to hit Reineck on a corner route last week. Let's see what they do this week.
Hand off to Snowden straight ahead, driving through traffic. He likes to follow those big guards and tackles and get as much as he can out of it. Good for about another 3.
Yeah, Snowden again on the carry, so it'll bring up 4th and we'll call it 4. And it looked to me like Linganore was actually going on a long snap count, see if they could get TJ to jump and get that 5 yards. Get a little bit of cushion and play on a 3rd and short. But now it'll bring up 4th down, about 4. And, of course, we're in 4-down territory here.
Right. And here's where I'd go for the long snap count because an offsides gets you the first down. So let's see. No hard count. They go on the first one and straight ahead. Snowden's close. He's right to the marker. He didn't get a good spot, Tom. I don't know.
Oh, that's going to be really close. It looks like it's a turnover on downs.
Yeah, TJ says they've got it. It is. There's the signal. So it's a turnover on downs as he's just a football shy of first down yardage in the 4th down carry. At 4:40 on the clock and no score here at Linganore High School in the first quarter.
And again, they went on a quick count that time. They actually went on, I think, a first sound. Mm-hmm. So again, trying to catch TJ a little bit off guard. They went on a long count on 3rd down, turn around, come back on 4th down with a short count. But TJ was ready for it.
Interesting.
They stood strong.
Interesting strategy. Well, you teach those defensive linemen to move on the ball, not to move on the count. But it's hard because emotionally they're trying to get the jump. Here we go. Spread formation. Pistol. Hand off to the pistol back, straight ahead, breaks a tackle, and then stumbles a shoe-top tackle after a 7-yard carry.
Yeah, and again, Luke Freeman on the tackle, a very active linebacker for Linganore here, junior Luke Freeman. Calls to have somebody come in. Looks like he has an equipment issue, but he's got a mammoth club on that hand, doesn't he, Michael?
Yeah, they're going hurry up. No huddle for the Patriots. Defense jumps, taking a long count. Down to 10 seconds on the play clock. Handoff inside run, straight ahead, driving, and then he's pushed back. But he does get a good 3-4 yard push on that. Let's call it 3. Take him all the way out to the 20.
Yeah, again, that was number 24, Dayon Thomas on the carry. And again, the linebacker, Anthony Sparacino, number 51, who actually came in and replaced Luke Freeman on that, made the tackle. And again, a very active defensive line here for Linganore. So it's going to bring up third, and it looks to me like inches.
So they shuttle an extra wide receiver in, and it is third and inches, and they're still in the pistol. Linganore showing blitz, and they do. They blitz. The runner tries to get outside. He's dragged down from behind. I don't think he got the first down. I think it's going to be fourth and short.
Yeah, that was a big play there. It looks like number 47, the defensive end, Jake Zudall on the stop, and it's going to bring up 4th and 1. So this is a punting situation for TJ deep in their own territory.
You have to question that call. Why run outside when all you need is a half a yard?
I know, and they've been getting good yardage up the middle anyway. So to try and spread it and get to the outside.
All right, Linganore has a receiver back on his own 45. Good snap, no pressure. He gets the kick away. It bounces at the 48 and rolls out of bounds. Takes a good TJ roll all the way down to the 36-yard line. So that's a good punt net.
That's what you call flipping field position on him. And again, it was it's one of those short punts. It's going to bounce early anyway, so you call Peter. Nobody wants to touch that.
Yeah.
And TJ gets a big roll out of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's good for the 40, 15, 55 yards.
Yeah, that's a big change in field position here.
All right, Linganore for their second possession of the game here. Bring it out. Again with the pro set. Motion off the pro set. They run right on the pitch. Snowden trying to get around the edge, and he does. He makes it around the far side of the field, but not much. Backside pursuit catches him and shuts it down with 2 yards.
Yeah, again, he is so fast, but TJ, good pursuit, good angles, and they're able to stop him for about a 3-yard gain.
Gain on the play is out to the.
And again, that was on a quick pitch. So what the Lancers did, move the fullback in motion to the right, and take the snap and quick pitch out to Snowden. Try and hit the edge on that one, but Linganore. TJ too fast for him on that one.
Yeah, good pursuit angles on that because he had the edge, but the backside came in fast and shut it down. So here we go. Call it 2nd and 8 now with the ball on the 43-yard line now. Check that 39-yard line. Snap, handoff. Snowden around the left side, bounces it inside off tackle and sticks his nose down. Hammers the defense, but only gets about, 3 on that, Tom?
Yeah, again, another 3 yards. Kolick, the tight end, making a good block. And Snowden does a good job reading his blocks and trying to cut in underneath, but the pursuit of the linebacker coming across and filling there, they were able to make the play. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
So the ball's on the 41. It's a 3rd and 5. Crucial down here for the Lancers. Just shy of midfield. They go in tight. And now we've got a timeout, Lancers. And I don't think Coach Connors liked what he saw when he looked like he dialed up run all the way, didn't it?
Yeah, it did look like he dialed up run. They got 3rd and 6 to go. And Coach Okan calls the timeout. Let's get on the same page here and a quick 3rd down.
All right, we'll be right back after this commercial break.
We're all busy with plenty of commitments. That's why Anytime Fitness is the perfect way to stay in shape. From either home or work, Anytime Fitness at Thurmont is always close by, and they're open 24/7. They can tailor a personalized training program to fit your workout needs. Anytime Fitness can also fashion a membership and payment plan that will be flexible enough for your on-the-go lifestyle. You'll love the 24-hour co-ed fitness center with state-of-the-art equipment designed to sculpt and tone you into shape. And when you're away from the Thurmont area, your membership guarantees you access to any of the over 1,000 clubs worldwide. Visit us at 130 Frederick Road to start your program today. Now you can stay healthy anytime with Anytime Fitness.
All right, welcome back. We're back from the timeout here. Linganore has the ball, I formation, handoff to the deep back, fakes it, got some pressure, trying to scramble. He's going to take a 10-yard sack. Wow.
Yeah, big play by TJ. They were coming on the blitz the whole time there, and number 2, Logan O'Brien, the middle linebacker, on the stop. So that's going to bring up 4th and very long. So Linganore is going to be forced to punt the ball again.
So Linganore not having much offensive success here. Punts the ball away. High, spiraling kick. settles down at the 45, and then bounces out of bounds right at the 44.
And again, this long snap exchange with the punter, TJ's getting pressure every time. I'm not sure if he got a new long snapper in there. It's just they don't have the same chemistry. So they're getting very close to making a block on one of these kicks.
He gets a good spot all the way back on the 45 now, so it's 1st and 10. The Patriots will come out in their own territory, just shy of midfield. No score on the board, 1:30 to go, and what has been a fairly long first quarter here as Thomas Johnson goes spread. Straight drop, wants to pass, fakes it, throws it up, got a man wide open on the post, caught, down to the 30, breaks the tackle, 35, 20, 25, 10, dropped down at the 4-yard line. Wow. Now they're going to mark him at the 10.
Yeah, again, it looked like the linebacker had to get all the way back deep on that one. And number 7, Shimon Guinness, on a big reception. Basically, they've run a couple patterns early on where they run a comeback route, so they ran a stop and go on that one, and they burned Linganore deep.
Yeah, he got behind
number 19 on the play.
So TJ threatening in the red zone. 1st and 10. High snap, brings it down, hands it off, tries to bounce it outside, pushing traffic, lots of gray jerseys, and the pursuit closes him down. I don't think he got much on that one at all.
Yeah, it looked like number 24 again on the carry, Deion Thomas. Number 5, Devin Beck on the tackle, along with a host of other Lancers. And TJ has not really had any success trying to get outside. Whenever they've had success running the ball, they're coming up the middle.
So it's 2nd and 7 with the ball, 2nd and goal we'll call it, with the ball on the 7. So here comes 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Time to get one more play off before we change ends of the field. Again, snap. Caught in the backfield. There's a flag. He breaks the tackle, spins out of it, reverses field, and then he's hit right at the line of scrimmage. And I believe
that's a lot of excitement for nothing, because what happened is a player from the TJ sideline was running onto the field and toward the line of scrimmage before the snap. And this is not Canadian football.
Yeah.
So that's going to be on TJ, and that's going to drop them back. And again, we talked about mistakes earlier. This is a big mistake because they would have good field position. Now they're going to lose some yardage here.
Well, it'll be 3rd and 7 if they decline it, but if they take it, we're talking 3rd and 12. 3rd and goal from the 12, in other words. So the clock went down to 14 seconds, so they can still get one more playoff. Here's the official call.
Illegal shift.
Yeah, illegal shift, right. And so they pick up the ball and mark off the 5 yards, put the yellow hankies away.
And the interesting thing, Michael, about that, it's not only a 5-yard penalty, it's loss of down, so it's going to bring up third.
You're right, it is a loss of down. So we're at 3rd and 11 now from the 11. 3rd and goal from the 11-yard line. Here we go. Straight handoff. He fakes a handoff, pulls it down, hits him on a slant, and he walks in for the touchdown. So the Patriots on a really good. Did you see that fake?
That was a great fake inside to Deion Thomas, where they've been successful running the ball. Pulls it back out, and Cox hits Shimon Guinness on a slant route wide open. He got cut right in front of Albano on the play and was able to score. So now they're going to be going for the extra point here with a 6-0 lead with 1 second to go here in the first quarter.
So TJ breaks this one open on a 50-yard strike that gets them down in the red zone, and they convert. And there's the extra point attempt. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And we have a 7-0 lead here at Linganore High School. The Thomas Johnson Patriots have jumped up on top, and they will kick off now to the Linganore Lancers. We'll be right back. We'll step aside for a commercial message. You're listening to AM 1450, and this is your source for the best high school football game in the county.
If you're like me, one of the last things on my list is taking the time to get a haircut so I can look my best. Gary the Barber makes it easy. By appointment only, call 301-305-7895.
Living Word Academy is a Christ-centered school serving grades K through 12, located in Blue Ridge Summit, Pennsylvania. For more information, please call 717-794-5561. Living Word Academy, building your child's education on the solid foundation of Christ.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Ball is teed up on the 40, and there is the kickoff down deep. Taking it to 5, out to the 10, still on his feet, 15, cuts left, cuts it back up, 20, breaks a tackle, and all the way out. There's a lot of whistles, a lot of extracurricular activity, Tom.
Yeah, that's the sophomore who was injured last week, now back, Isaiah Dowry. He's a runner that's not going to go down, and that's why there was a lot of whistles at the end, because he was refused to go down. Out to the 25-yard line is a great return. So we're going to switch ends of the field here at the end of the first quarter. TJ 7, Linganore 0.
See if we can check the scores around the league on our FrederickCountyScoreboard.com. Billy Gant has hooked up with Kyle Daggett for an 8-yard touchdown catch to put the Walkersville Lions out in front of Frederick in the first quarter, 35-0.
Yeah, and that Frederick team is well overmatched in this game, and I think it's going to be a big-time running clock again in the second half. It's going to be a short game again for the second consecutive week for Walkersville.
Here's an interesting score. Nathan Redenauers has scored for the Catoctin Cougars, and they lead Urbana at Urbana on a 2-yard touchdown run, 14-0.
That's a big shocker right there. Little school beating up on a big school. Even though Urbana's having a down year.
Yeah, well, it's not just a down year. I mean, that's been a real disaster for them over there.
Yeah, a lot of problems over there, a lot of problems, and there's probably some stories behind the stories, and the truth is somewhere in between.
It's been a tough year for the Hawks. Coach resigning in the second or third game of the season, and the athletic director, the former football coach, Ryan Hines, having to step in. All right, 2nd and 7 for the Linganore Lancers, who need to get something going here. Haven't been able to put any offensive drives together. They hand off to the up back straight ahead, and he pushes through the line, falls ahead for a gain of about 4 on the carry. It's going to bring up 3rd and short.
Yeah, again, great way for them to kind of change the pace here. Hit it up the middle with Nick Bennett, the fullback. Dowry goes into the game. And we'll see what the backfield looks like. I didn't see who came out. May have replaced... he replaced Snowden. And again, watch this back. If he gets the football, this is the kind of back you want in short yardage.
Ball's on the 32, 3rd and 3. They hand off to the up back straight ahead. Power running. He's got the first down.
Yeah, Nick Bennett, he's been good the last few weeks. He's getting all the tough yards that Linganore needs to keep moving the chains and moving the clock. And it's a good change of pace for what we're getting with the quickness out of Snowden.
You know, it occurs to me that Linganore's not passing a whole lot anymore, are they? Especially with the loss of Ryan Lay and having Willette in there. He's not much of a passing quarterback, is he?
They have not been throwing the ball, but again, Zamari Snowden 2 weeks in a row rushed for over 200 yards,
Good
so
point.
they got something good going there in the running game.
Great point. Here we go, I formation, and the left guard moves, and we've got another 5-yard motion penalty on the Lancers.
Hey, and again, on the guard, I think that's probably a replacement player because their starting guard, Corey Redden, is out this week. So, again, they're working through a lot of issues here on the line with injuries and youth.
Yeah, that was Sean Adams, senior offensive lineman there. Handoff to Snowden, off tackle, not much there, maybe 3. They get back 3 of the 5 on the penalty.
Oh, and again, that was Isaiah Dowry on the carry. He's in for Snowden now.
Oh, okay.
And he's going to be a back that's got speed and he's got unbelievable engine. He does not give up, and he's a hard kid to bring down. You wouldn't think it looking at him, but he's a load.
2nd and 11 for the Lancers. Ball on the 34 in Lancers territory. Well, that handoff to the deep back straight ahead, runs right into the nose guard, and he shuts the door, maybe a yard on the carry, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Number 5 looks like Jason Swan on the tackle there. And again, the whole line was there, and then the linebacker comes in and cleans it up. So it's going to bring up 3rd and call it 10. I would say this has got to be a passing down for Linganore, and I don't think they have yet to throw the ball this game. So we'll see what they dial up here. A lot of times they'll go with something like a waggle. So it'll be interesting to see what they do.
2 receivers split wide, wing right. I formation, rolling. He's got some pressure, throws a screen, a middle screen, and it's sniffed out for no gain, maybe a yard on the forward progress. A good play call, but greater defensive effort by the TJ Patriots.
Oh, yeah, it was a great play call, and TJ, number 32 on the tackle, and he stayed home. You know what? When the linemen let you come, they're giving you ideas something's coming. It's not always that easy.
Fair catch taken right at the 40 on a short, high kick by Linganore. And so TJ will take over 1st and 10 on their 40. Again, great field position and a 7-point lead in this game with 8:48 to go in this first half.
And we'll see how the Linganore defense here responds. After giving up that, let's see how quickly they come back, and particularly the guys on the outside edges with these receivers. Confidence is going to play a big factor here. And it's interesting, number 21, Nick Albano, who was beat on the last play. Shimon Guinness is a big, lanky receiver, and Nick Albano is a quick defensive back, but he's not that tall.
Long count, down to 10 seconds on the play clock as Cox takes his time. Handoff to their lone back, straight ahead. Good running space. All the way out for a 5-yard carry on the game. They'll call it 2nd and 5 now.
Yeah, and 24, Deion Thomas, again, they're getting their yards in the middle. And they're getting 4 or 5 yards at a clip. So when they try to get on the outside edge, it kind of boggles my mind a little bit. Devin Beck and Alec Matthews on the tackle for Linganore.
Well, they're going with a 3-4 defense, a 3-deep zone. Handoff out the left side, trying to get around the edge. He weaves through traffic and squirts ahead for about 4 on the carry. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 1, just shy of midfield. He's got to get past the midfield stripe to get the first down.
Yeah, and again, Devin Beck active tonight at linebacker on the tackle, along with Tyson Tregoning, the safety. Deion Thomas on another big gain, 4 yards, so it's going to bring up 3rd, and we'll call it a short 1 here.
Well, I like the way the back slid sideways, made himself narrow, and just squirted through the hole to get the 4 when it was shut down at the point of attack. Spread formation, slot in motion across the formation, handoff to the lone back straight ahead, and he's not going to get it. He lost a half a yard on that.
Yeah, he lost a yard on that. Number 56, Cody Huber. Number 41, Alec Matthews, and a host of other Lancers in on the play. So that they actually lost about a half yard. It's going to bring up 4th and 1 here. And it looks like they're going to send the punting unit on at midfield. So they're going to turn the ball over to Linganore. Back deep for Linganore is Noel Steeren. And you know, week in and week out, Noel's good for a big player too.
He delivers. Part of the Steeren tradition carrying on here. High snap, takes it, pulls it down, flat, line drive kick, takes a 1-stop drop right at the 28-yard line. It just hits the turf and digs right in and stops dead in its tracks.
That's like that. That's like if I played golf, that's the kind of shot I would want.
Yeah.
If I was able to hit the green
and stop it,
I would want it to stop just like that.
Yeah. All right.
But I'm always in the rough, so I don't even worry about that anymore.
Gotcha. So they spot the ball on the 27-yard line. But I'm trying to see the marker there. Yeah, 23. I'm looking at the wrong marker, sorry. 23-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Lancers. Here we go. Handoff to the up back, into the secondary, second level, breaks the tackle and falls ahead for a 9-yard gain.
Very close to the first down. And again, Nick Bennett, they're going to have to do a little bit more of that to loosen up this TJ defense, because TJ's coming in and they're keying on the tailback, whether it's Amari Snowden or whether it's Isaiah Dowry.
Yeah.
And by being able to hand the ball and have an effective runner at fullback like that, it really kind of loosens things up. So 2nd and 1 here.
Here we go. Handoff to the up back again. He does the same thing, breaks a tackle, squirts into the secondary, and gets a nice little 6-yard gain to move the chains.
Old coaching technique I learned a long time ago. You keep running until they stop you, right? I mean, he's getting 8, 9 yards a carry.
Quick hitter dive, up back, right in the hole, right off of the center. And you know what? I noticed that TJ keeps shooting those gaps on the defensive line. They're playing gap defense.
And if they're shooting the gaps and they're stunting and blitzing, the best play is the fullback. It's a quick hitter, and if you get to the second level, you're going to get big yards. And right now, face mask on TJ. So that's going to put another 15 yards on it. So that's going to move it almost
all the way out to
into
43
TJ territory. It's going to be at the 43-yard line here.
Fresh set of downs for the Lancers. Hand off to Snowden, off right tackle, got some room, straight ahead, still on his feet, breaks a tackle, and falls for first down yardage. What a great run by Zamari Snowden.
Big time run for Zamari Snowden. And again, what happened there is 2 quick hitters to the fullback on dives, and it loosened things up enough for Snowden to hit a gap, and all on second effort. Only on second effort was he able to get the first down. He got an extra 2.5, 3 yards on that.
Just when it looked like he was stopped, he fell ahead for another 2 or 3. Here we go. Bad snap, ball's on the ground, loose ball, and there's a penalty. I think it's going to be in motion. Yes. So Lancers cut a break on that because that looked like it had potential to be a turnover.
That might help the Lancers right there. So they're going to lose 5 as we bring up 1st and 15, but they still have the football.
You could see the look on Willette's face like, oh, man, not now. We were just getting some momentum going.
Yeah, and it's interesting. They got their starting center back, and it looks like they're having more exchange issues than they did last week when they had a first-time center.
1st and 15, they hand off to the deep back. Snowden around the left end, got some space out of there. Still on his feet, first down yardage, breaks a tackle and runs out of bounds on the far side of the field, all the way down to the 30-yard line. What a great run. Snowden starting to feel his timing. They mark him. He was out. He stepped out at the 34, but it's still enough for a first down.
Yet again, last 3 weeks, right? The 2 weeks prior, 200-plus yards a game. He might be on his way to that right now. This Lancer offense looks like it's starting to heat up a little bit, and Snowden is really starting to hit his stride.
5:25 to go in the half. Lancers down by a score. They hit the up back straight ahead. There's a yellow flag, flies into the pile, and we're going to get another call on that one.
I'd say the way the flag came in so quick, it's probably going to be a holding.
Yep, I'd agree with you on that. Here's the official call, holding against the Lancers. So that's going to cost them 10.
Yeah, and again, when they get a big first down like they did the past 2 first downs, they cannot continue to have penalties.
Shoot themselves in the foot on both of those.
And particularly when they're down with 5:19 to go here in the second quarter in a must-win game for Linganore. It's a must-win game for both of these teams.
It really is.
But Linganore might be in a better position if they win, because with a Seneca Valley loss, they could vault into the 4 spot.
Hey, they're home. They're coming in. Now is the time to win, because when you hit the playoffs, everybody starts 0-0. Oh, slicing into the backfield for a loss. He loses 2 yards. Snowden gets caught.
Yeah, and that linebacker for TJ today, number 2, Logan O'Brien, he's been very, very active. And he seems like he's able to make that big play when they need it. So into Linganore backfield and makes a play and drops Snowden for, looks like a 3-yard loss.
So we're going to call it 2nd and 19. It looks like the first passing situation of the game. True passing situation for Willette. I formation. Hand off to the up back that goes straight ahead. He breaks it into the secondary and falls ahead for a 15-yard gain all the way down. It's not enough for the first down. It's going to mark it right at the 30. So he's going to need about, it's going to be 3rd, and we're going to call it 7.
And again, everybody in the stadium thought it was a passing down. Linganore hands it to the fullback on a dive, and the shoestring tackle is the only thing that stopped Nick Bennett from really getting a first down on that play.
Big down for the Lancers. Biggest one of the game so far. 3rd and 7. They hand off to the up back. He meets a lot of traffic at the point of attack for no gain. So this time the hitter doesn't work.
And again, it's 4 down territory here. You're inside the 30-yard line, or inside the 40-yard line here.
You're right.
Just inside the 30-yard line. But so I would expect that Linganore has got to come out with some type of pass here. I would look for
7 yards.
Maybe a. I said it earlier. Maybe a waggle type play, or you're going to run a play action to Snowden.
All right, lone back in the backfield is Snowden. Willette under center. 2 receivers split wide, and then a timeout on the field is called by Thomas Johnson. I don't think TJ liked the matchup on that, Tom. What do you think?
Yeah, I think they're understanding this is a big 4th down on both sides of the football. Linganore knocking on the door, and they want to make sure they got the right defense dialed up.
Absolutely. All right, we'll step aside for commercial break. You're listening to AM 1450, and this is great high school football. We'll be right back.
Hard Times Cafe for a one-of-a-kind family experience. Check out the Hard Times Cafe, located in the Frederick County Square Shopping Center just off the Golden Mile in Frederick. Hard Times Cafe mixes the new with the old. Big screen TVs with spacious dining and an Old West chuck wagon atmosphere combined to bring you the best chili on the planet. But don't stop there. The Angus beef burgers, chili mac, grilled and boneless wings, St. Louis-style ribs with a Texas rub, and big salads will keep you coming back for more, partner. Hard Times Cafe is the perfect place to blow off some steam with a game of pool or darts, or maybe you just want to watch the big game or hear some music and enjoy our great draft beer selections and full bar. Hard Times Cafe is a place with something for everyone, friends and family alike. Hard Times Cafe, it's hard not to have a good time when you head over to Hard Times Cafe.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Linganore lines up in a line of scrimmage. There's the snap. The handoff, the deep back. No, it's a flea flicker. He's throwing deep. He's got coverage, right into coverage, and it's batted down, incomplete. So Linganore turns it over on downs to the Patriots.
Yeah, a lot of contact on that play. The crowd was in an uproar calling for defensive holding or pass interference, but no call. TJ ball.
So at 3:22 in the game, TJ takes over 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. With 5 seconds on the play clock, they just get it off, handoff off left tackle. Gain of 5 on the carry.
Yeah, and again, TJ's been effective with Deion Thomas running the football up the middle. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 6. So they didn't even get 5 on that. They got 4.
Okay.
It looks like actually the carry was by Nicholas Bishop, number 34. 24 and 34 look pretty much identical in these uniforms that TJ's wearing, the white jerseys with the red lettering.
Working that clock, handoff to the lone back, pulls it back in, batted down. Great play by number 75. The lineman batted that pass down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, number 75, Alex Stores. He switched from his number 8, which he started out earlier in the game in, so he's in number 75 now. Big play batting the ball down. But the pressure came from number 5, Devin Beck, on a linebacker blitz right up the middle. So it'll bring up 3rd and long. So Linganore stands tall here. They may get the ball back with a little bit more than 2 minutes to go.
You hear the crowd getting into it. Spread formation. Straight drop, wants a pass, looking right, got a middle slant, it's caught, 1 man to beat, bounces outside 40, 35, and brought down at the 30-yard line. A 40-yard completion.
And again, that's a dagger. Mark Sanino, number 10. Just run a post pattern. Skinny post, Cox drops back, hits him perfectly in stride, and it's a big, big gain inside Lancer territory here. So with 2:37 to go, looks like TJ's knocking on the door again, Michael.
Down at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. The Patriots break the huddle. Now to the line of scrimmage. Pistol formation. They have 2 slots to the right. Handoff to the lone back. Stumbles and falls right at the line of scrimmage. No, short. He's going to lose a yard.
Yet again, that play was a bust from the beginning. Quarterback took the snap moving forward. The mesh was off with the running back. Number 1 for TJ.
Looked like a high snap.
Didn't get anywhere. Yeah, it was odd. It was odd from the very beginning. They're going to give him back to the line of scrimmage. So
yeah, I see that.
2nd and 10.
All right, 2nd and 10. Ball sitting right on the 30-yard line with 1:56 to go in the half.
Linganore will have to come up with something big here just to get a stop. Maybe get the ball back before the half. Again, a lot of movement on that.
There's
TJ
a flag
line.
comes out. TJ is going to lose 5 that time. They got everybody moving.
Yeah, again, that was like a fire drill or something. I didn't know what was going on. Everybody started moving in a panic. So, again, this is an opportunity for TJ to really put a nail in the coffin here, because Linganore hasn't really been able to move the ball as effectively as you would think from last week. And TJ knocking on the door, they're pushing themselves backwards. So it's going to bring up 2nd and, let's call it 16 here. So they break the huddle. And again, they go to their spread formation.
And now the back walks up and talks to Cox as he leans down under center.
And again, a lot of movement.
On the ground. Linganore says they got it.
Has the football again. Coming up with something big is number 75, Alex Storrs. And again, Storrs, the leading tackler on this Linganore defense, only played offense last year. Now going both ways, comes up with a big play when it was needed the most. So with 1:16 to go, Linganore's going to take over possession.
And they don't have the time, the luxury of running this ball from the 35, their own 35. They'd have to get 65 yards to make it work, but that's what they do. And Snowden bounces it outside for a 7-8 yard gain on the carry.
And I think they're going to play it. They're going to play it cool here. They're going to probably go Snowden, maybe get mixed up with Bennett. But Snowden can break one at any time.
Well, they're going hurry up, so they're quickly back to the line of scrimmage. And the handoff to the up back straight ahead, first down yardage and more as he moves the pile all the way out to the 46, just past the first down marker.
And that's good because they get a first down and stops the clock. They get quickly back to the line of scrimmage.
They have to move the chains. That's why they stop the clock.
Because once the chains get set, that clock's going to run again. Linganore already back to the line of scrimmage.
52 seconds on the clock in the half. And they wind it. Fumble, he picks it up, hands it off to Snowden anyway. Snowden pulls it back down and runs ahead for 6 yards.
And again, big play by Willett. He was able to get that bounce, a perfect bounce for him, and was able to still get to that mesh point in time and get the ball to Snowden for a 6 yard gain.
So they're now into Patriots territory at the 48. Clock running down to 34 seconds. Hurry up offense, Lancers. Hand off to the up back, straight ahead. Drives all the way past first down yardage. He got past the marker.
And again, Bennett this week again getting those tough yards. And that's big right now because every time you get a first down, if you're not able to get out of bounds, at least it stops the clock until the chains move. They're right back to the line of scrimmage.
They wind the clock down to 20 seconds, and now we've got a timeout, TJ, with 18 seconds to go on the clock. And that's going to significantly alter their play selection, don't you think?
Yeah, this is going to be interesting because they have TJ on their heels a little bit here. They only have 18 seconds to go, so it's going to have to be some type of quick strike. But again, at the very least, if Linganore can come into the second half with a little bit of momentum, don't forget TJ gets the ball to open the second half because they deferred on the opening kickoff.
It's going to be tough. They're on the 43-yard line. They've got 43 yards to go for the score. They've got maybe 2 plays they can run in 18 seconds, so obviously they're probably going to try to get half and half.
Yeah, and if you can get outside to Snowden, maybe he gets out of bounds. Interesting thing here that Linganore has done. Alex Storrs came in wearing number 8, so he was playing defense. They switched him over to number 75, and he's in at offensive tackle as well now. So
I see that.
They made a little bit of an adjustment here for their running game.
Willett under center, hands off to Snowden, off right tackle in the secondary, moves past one, breaks a tackle, dragged by the shirt, still on his feet, all the way down to the 23-yard line. No, check that 28-yard line.
And again, it stops the clock because they got to move the chains. There's 11 seconds to go, and Linganore actually calls a timeout. So with 11 seconds to go, a 7-0 TJ lead. Linganore knocking on the door at the 28-yard line. They're going to get at least 1 play off. They could get 2 plays off, and they're probably going to call 2 plays right here, and hope they only need 1.
What are they going to call, Coach? You're going to.
I would say at this point maybe they run some type of play action, or they run a quick hitter just to get some positive yards, get out of bounds. Maybe even put themselves in field goal range. They got a pretty good kicker. It's got a good leg.
I was thinking that myself, and they're getting down there close enough now. It's on the 39, so that would make it a it's a 50-some yard kick. Not possible in high school.
And again, I think Linganore will have 1 more timeout. I have not been keeping track of it, but I think they do have 1 more timeout. So we'll see what they dial up here.
Here we go. Wants to pass, 2-step drop, hook and ladder. Hook and ladder. He runs past on his feet. He's going to score. Touchdown! Hook and ladder, baby. 3
3 seconds to go. Linganore within 1 point of TJ. They dialed up the right play at the right time, and I saw it as soon as they hit Matthews on that quick out, and Snowden was out in the back.
I heard you
said hook and ladder. Boom.
So
now
for
they're lined
those
up
of
for the
you,
extra point to tie the game.
So those of you that don't know what the hook and ladder is, they throw a quick little comeback pass out on the flat. He takes the ball and laterals it to the trailing back who runs outside of him, sort of a pitch lateral, and that extra point is good. We've got a tie ball game.
Wow, Linganore had to come up with something big. TJ was driving. Wow. They got the turnover. Alex Storrs recovers the fumble. And again, they drive the ball methodically, using up the clock, getting first downs to stop the clock. And a big hook and ladder play. Pass complete from Willett to Matthews. Lateral back to Zamari Snowden for the big-time 28-yard touchdown. Linganore ties it up with 3 seconds to go, and I would expect a squib kick with no return.
Yes, that would be the way to go. All right, we're going to take a break here. We'll set up our first half for you, and we'll be right back after this important commercial message. You're listening to AM 1450, and we've got us a ball game.
Med1 Pharmacy is the largest locally owned and operated pharmacy in Frederick County. Med1 Pharmacy has 6 locations in Boonesboro, Brunswick, Emmitsburg, Middletown, Thurmont, and Woodbine to provide you with convenience, experience, service, tradition, and value. Med1 Pharmacy. Stop by today.
All right, they squib kick it on up the middle with 3 seconds left on the clock. The Patriots field it, and he's dropped immediately, and that is the end of the first half. So, Tom, what a great comeback on just a patient drive by the Linganore Lancers. As I said, they had to go 65 yards.
They had to go 65 yards, and you know what's interesting? They stuck with what's been working for them all game and for the past 2 weeks, a strong run game. And they were able to move the chains just enough to stop the clock. And they were getting right back to the line of scrimmage, getting the next play on. And out of their hat, they pulled the right play at the right time. Big time hook and ladder play. I saw it as soon as the pass went to Matthews, and I saw Snowden coming up the right outside edge. I knew he was going to lateral it, and he just hit that crease. And again, he's a kid. If you give him a seam, if you give him an inch, he's going to take a mile. So quick, right play at the right time, and Linganore needed that. They were really at a deficit here going into halftime, but tying it up 7-7 in a must-win playoff-type atmosphere, that was a big-time play and big-time execution.
So the difference in this first half, at first it was a 50-yard strike from Eric Cox hitting his wide receiver on a stop-and-go up the middle, down the sideline. That got TJ in for their first score. And then Linganore scores on a big Alex Storrs takeaway at the line of scrimmage. He recovers the fumble and gives Linganore the ball with, about 1:17 on the clock and 65 yards to go.
Yeah, there was a lot of doubt, little hope that they would actually score, but maybe they'd move the ball a little bit, get some momentum in. But Linganore came up big when they needed to.
They really did. Great play calling by Coach Connors on that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll step aside for our halftime music mix here, give you a chance to rest and collect yourselves, and give us a chance to go get some hot chocolate. You're listening to AM 1450. By the way, it's a 7-7 ball game here, Linganore against the Thomas Johnson Patriots. We'll get you caught up on all the other scores around the county when we come back. Let's get a little Steely Dan going for you right now. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Linganore High School, halftime is over, and we've got some scores to get caught up on from around the league for you here from our FrederickCountyScoreboard.com. First of all, let's see. Catoctin is leading Urbana in the third quarter, 14-7. This game here knotted up at 7 apiece, TJ Linganore. Middletown has a lead, 20-10 over Oakdale over at Middletown High School. Tuscarora with a slim margin over Westminster, 14-10. And finally, Walkersville destroying Frederick, 49-0. And that is our Frederick County Scoreboard update here from Linganore High School. Tom, what do you think? The momentum obviously has shifted over to Linganore. What do you think Coach Connors told the Lancers in the locker room?
Well, a couple of things. I think what he said is, hey, we're getting burned. We got burned once on the outside, but we got burned multiple times on the slant or the post route. So we got to shore up our defense and make sure that these guys aren't getting open. because they've got some talented receivers out there on this TJ Patriots team. So on defensively, I think they got to stop that, and they got to start shutting down the middle for the running attack. And offensively, I think they got to open it up just a little bit. Their running game is what's gotten them here, but I think they got to just open it up just a little bit to keep TJ off balance and on their heels a little bit. And we talked about the scores earlier, Michael. One Montgomery County score that's of note here is Damascus killing Seneca Valley 56-21. And with that, if Linganore is able to pull out a victory here, they would vault into a playoff position.
They certainly would, which is quite a story considering they were in 7th place. Short, high end-over-end kick taken at the 45 and driven out of bounds backwards. They're going to mark him forward progress. Let's see where the mark is. They're just getting the ball away from him. So TJ will take over in their own territory on their own 40-yard line, 1st and 10. 35-yard line, 1st and 10.
And that's vintage Linganore football. High kickoff, no return. They'll take over at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, they mark it out to the 38 now. They move the ball on the markers and the ball several times. So.
And Quinn Waxter, number 17, and Joe Kolick, number 16, on the tackle for Linganore.
Here we go. Cox moves his slot across the formation. Hand off to the lone back straight ahead. Met and dropped in the backfield for a 2-yard loss.
And again, stout Lancer defense. And who's in the middle of it? The safety, number 4, Noel Steeren, coming on a blitz. Able to drop him for a 2-yard loss here. Alex Storr is also in on the play as a host of other Lancers kind of bottle it up. And again, we talked about that coming into the half here. We got to stop them on their middle run. And Linganore did a great job of it on 1st down there.
2nd and 12, ball on the 35 for the Patriots. Pistol formation for Cox. Cox leans in, barks out the count, hands off to his lone back, tries to bounce it outside, but he's caught a bunch of jerseys. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage, so we'll call that a gain of 2.
Yeah, and again, a host of Lancers there. Cody Huber, Devin Beck. Also number 47 for the Lancers, Jake Zudall. Again, Linganore coming out active here, Michael, on defense. So they'll bring up 3rd and 10. And that was one of the keys, I think, here to the second half. Hold them and don't let them get any positive yards in the middle on this run defense. Now we'll see if they're able to stop them on the pass here.
All right. They've got 3 receivers split wide. Straight drop, wants to pass. Looking left. He flings it out there in the soft zone. Caught right at the 1st down mark, and he turns and pushes ahead for 1st down yardage. So they get 11 yards on the hookup, and that'll move the chains.
And again, now out to number 7, Shimon Gannis. And again, they got to be able to stop him in order for this Lancer defense to get off the field, put the offense back out there. They did a great job on 1st and 2nd down stopping the run, but they got to be able to stop the pass and not give them a cushion and not let them have the inside. On that one, they gave him just enough of a cushion. He was able to get the 1st down.
Well, that kid is so tall, too, that he's a big target in that soft zone right there on the left side. So making it easy for Cox, the quarterback for the Patriots, as he hands off to his lone back, pulls it back in. There's confusion. They run into each other in the backfield, and they're going to lose 1 or 2 on that one.
Yeah, again, it looks like they're going to lose 1 on it. And number 4, Noel Steeren. Number 41, Alec Matthews. Number 56, Cody Huber. And a host of other Lancers in there. So, again, it'll bring up 2nd down. And number 34 for the Patriots, Nicholas Bishop, unable to get off the schneid here in the second half. He's run for negative yards.
2nd and 12 for the Patriots. Hand off to the lone back straight ahead, right at the line of scrimmage. He's tackled, falls ahead for a gain of 1, so only 1 yard on the carry.
And again, another big play. Filling on the play was number 49, Luke Freeman, with Jake Zudall and Cody Huber in on the tackle for the Lancers.
I noticed number 9, Tregoning, has been coming over here to the sidelines, getting a defensive call from Coach Connor on the set for the defense.
Yeah, and here's going to bring another big 3rd down. They got them back where they want them, 3rd and 11, but they got to be able to stop the pass here.
Ball on the 48-yard line. We've got a little confusion as the whole team is looking to the sideline. That's the Patriots, and now they call timeout. It was just a confusion. I think there was confusion on what play was called, Tom.
Yeah, the formation was odd. It didn't look like everybody was lined up where they needed to be, and there was definitely some confusion. It looks like TJ's kind of come out a little bit confused. They're not able to get their running game going, so it's got them a little bit bewildered here. But Linganore's got to step up big time and stop the pass here.
I want to thank our sponsors for making this second half of football possible. Anytime Fitness, China Walk, Clustered Spires Golf Course, Computer Enhancement Systems, Cousins Ace Hardware in Thurmont, David Salon, Gettysburg Auto Auction, Nanny's Diner, and Walkersville Bowling Center. Thank you for sponsoring tonight's game. Tom, you do any bowling? When's the last time you've been bowling?
Last Christmas, actually. We did a big family outing. It was like a reunion. We went bowling. It wasn't duck pin bowling. It was 10-pin bowling.
It was 10-pin. How much fun is that? Yeah.
Yeah, it was the towers of beer that really had us going.
All right, here we go. Back out on the field. The Patriots are ready. Spread formation, slot in motion, stops, reverses, handoff to the lone back straight ahead. He drives, digs right to the 50-yard line, maybe 2 yards on the carry, but nowhere near enough. He's going to be 4th and 9.
And number 47 again, Jake Zudal, defensive end, and number 56, Cody Heward, defensive tackle on the stop. So 4th and 9, and they're in the punting unit for TJ is on the field.
And the receivers, there's 2 back deep for the Lancers. They're standing on their own 25-yard line, awaiting the kick.
Yeah, Quinn Waxter and Noel Steeren deep for Linganore.
Good snap, not much pressure, good kick, drives him back, take it at the 20, he goes left, they fake the reverse, he cuts it back up, Noel Steeren drives ahead to the 32, where the Lancers will take over 1st and 10 on their own 32.
And again, Gibson for TJ got off a good kick, fielded by number 17, Quinn Waxter. So Linganore's offense on the field for the first time here in the second half with 8:10 to go in the third.
And you know, Tom, that's not a 2. They got the cart is blocking the view. That's not a 3. It's not 32. It's 22. It's the 22-yard line. That cart in front of me is blocking my view of the marker. So I apologize. 22-yard line, 1st and 10. I formation. Motion handoff to the up back, straight ahead. Busted in the secondary, and he's dragged down after a 7-yard gain.
And again, it looks like we're going to see a steady dose of the same thing for Linganore here. You're going to get a lot of fullback dives just to loosen up the belly of this TJ defense, and then you're going to mix in the quick hitting
Snowden off tackle. Yeah. Here we go. It's 2nd and 3 with the ball on the 28. Again, they show the same exact play, and this time they run it to Snowden the other way, and he's caught in the backfield and dropped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Yeah, no gain, and come knifing up from the defensive secondary was number 5 for TJ. Made a big play there. That was Jason Swan.
Well, nobody picked him up. The back is supposed to clean him out on that play, and he just came right in untouched to make the tackle on Snowden.
Yeah, so it's going to bring up 3rd, and we'll call it a long 3 here for Linganore.
7 minutes to go. Tie ball game, 7 apiece. As the Lancers go I formation. Here comes the blitz up the middle. They run to Snowden. Off tackle, straight ahead. Good, strong run for a 1st down yardage.
And again, nice block in there by Bennett at the point of attack. And you had the tackle, Alex Storrs, in there with a nice block sealing out the end. So again, Snowden able to get the 1st down.
Well, it looks like Linganore is very confident that Snowden can get the yardage they need in that situation.
I think all you need to do is give him a crack, and he's going to be able to get you 3 yards easy.
Yeah.
He hits the second level, makes one guy miss, and then it's a bigger story than that.
Same formation for Willett. Fumble, ball's on the ground. TJ says they have it, but no official call. A lot of TJ players pointing like they have it, but they haven't unstacked them yet. It was a bad handoff, bad exchange between the center and it is Linganore ball. So all the TJ players are like, what do you mean? We got it.
It looked to me like here that Willett fell back on the football, but Storrs is the one that came away with it, number 75. So again, big play by Alex Storrs, and he always seems to be in the right place at the right time.
He does seem to have that spidey sense.
Yeah, but again, the center quarterback exchange, when you got your starting center back, it's been a little bit rough for the Linganore this week.
2nd and 11, handoff to Snowden off right tackle, sticks his nose down and runs over the linebacker, gain of 6 on the carry.
Yeah, Logan O'Brien, number 2 on the tackle for TJ, but not before Snowden gets 6 yards on the carry, so it'll bring up 3rd. Actually gave him about 4.5 yards, so it'll bring up 3rd and about 6.
Yeah, 3rd and 6. Well, the ball sit right on the 37-yard line, so another big down for the Lancers right here. Little confusion as Lancers come up to the line of scrimmage. Willett tells everybody, and then now they call timeout to sort it out. Good call by the coach as he decides. The play clock was all the way down. They weren't going to get that one off. So
yeah, and as a coach, you hate to see that. You don't want to burn a timeout this early in the game, but when it's this critical of 3rd down in a tight game, you don't want to have any mistakes. So with 5:31 to go in a 7-7 tie, Linganore calls a timeout. Coach Ocon has them all huddled up. 3rd and long 6 for Linganore.
I mentioned Nanny's Diner over there on Big Sport Road right at the intersection of Route 15 and right next to that antique auction place. And, Nanny's Diner has got some great food, a great place to eat lunch. If you're looking for a new place, I know everybody's always going to the same place for lunch, but if you'd like to try something new, just check out Nanny's Diner, under new management recently, and they are open for business. A great little restaurant over there at the intersection of Big Sport Road and Route 15. Here we go. Handoff to Snowden straight ahead. 1st down yardage all the way out to the 45-yard line as he turns backwards and gets the last 3 yards running backwards with the defender hanging on him.
Yeah, number 4 on the tackle for TJ. We don't have him on the roster. Give him a shout out name-wise, but Snowden, big yards there, and number 4 taps him on the helmet. Good play. 1st and 10 here, Linganore.
Grounding out this ground game, they go right back to the same play, and they run Snowden up the middle for 4.
Yeah, and again, if Linganore stays patient, it appears that they want to just continue to try and run the ball and establish the run game and burn some clock so this potent offense for the Patriots doesn't get back on the football field. But if they're able to get 4 yards in a cloud of dust, right, keep going. If you can be patient and mistake-free, it's a good way to sustain a drive.
Linganore up to the line of scrimmage. Handoff to the up back, straight ahead on that quick hitter, and there's a flag out of the backfield. I'm going to have another holding call.
Yeah, we probably got a hold here just the way the flag came in so quickly.
Yep.
And from where it came. We'll see. The referees huddle up.
Here's the call. Holding against the Lancers is the official call on the field. So they'll mark off 10 from the point of the infraction, which was the line of scrimmage.
And so again, here we go with the big key to the game. You can't make mistakes. This late in the season, it's going to come down to who plays better football and who makes fewer mistakes, particularly in a close game like this.
So the ball's going to end up
to go in the 3rd, and it's a 7-7 ball game. You cannot go backwards.
The ball's going to end up on the 40-yard line. That's going to make it 2nd and 15 for the Lancers back into their own territory. As Willett up to the line of scrimmage, down under center. Handoff to Snowden off right tackle, tries to bounce it around. He's on the outside edge, still on his feet. 15, 20, spins, breaks a tackle, and a 25-yard gain by Zachary Snowden.
Again, Zamari Snowden comes up with the big play when you need it the most. He is so fast. This TJ team is not a slow team, and you see him hit the corner, and he's gone.
It's gone. It's like he's got jets.
And the thing that really impresses me the most about him, Michael, I know he's fast and I know he's quick, but the toughness in this kid is really starting to impress me.
39-yard line in Patriots territory, 1st and 10 for the Lancers on what has been a really long, sustained, grinded-out ground game, and now the officials call timeout on the field, and they huddle up in the Lancers' backfield. Let's see. Here comes the referee walking towards us.
It's hard to understand what they're going to call. I mean, they hadn't even gotten to the line of scrimmage, and there was already a whistle.
They're going to talk to the coach. Now they're talking to the offensive coordinator for the Lancers. Oh, no, that's Connor. That's Coach Connor. I didn't recognize that hat he had on.
They had to reset the game clock. They had this problem last week, too.
Yeah, they did. You're right.
Different crew, but they had to reset the game clock probably 3 times.
All right, so the clock is at 4:34 in the third. It's a 7-7 ball game, and the Lancers have it 1st and 10. Handoff to Snowden, trying to bounce it on the outside. Good block to seal the end by Storrs, and he gets 15 on the carry, all the way down to the 22.
And again, Alex Storrs, beginning of the game, he was wearing number 8 because he was playing defense and had somebody else in the football game on the offensive line. They move him back out. They switch his jersey. And he's making big play after big play on both sides of the football. It was a key block.
He blew up that right end.
Free on that.
He blew up that right end and sealed that run. So they're all the way down to the 22-yard line, 1st and 10. Lancers moving it. Handoff to the up back, straight ahead, following his blockers, very patient running, 3 yards on the carry.
Yeah, and again, you got to continue to do that. Nick Bennett gets the tough yards. And that's a staple of Linganore's offense. I mean, year in and year out, they got a fullback that's going to grind it out and get the tough yards. Last year it was Dominic Zanoni. He was their nose guard up until last week, and he had a season-ending injury. And prior to that, it was his brother Nicky Zanoni. So now they got Nick Bennett.
2nd and 7 for the Lancers. Run blitz up the middle. Snowden runs right into it. They get a hold of one of his legs, so he's only able to get 2 on the carry.
So hard to bring him down, too. I mean, yeah, they had to hold on for dear life, and he just ducked under, didn't take the big hit, gained a few yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 5 here for Linganore.
Yeah, it's on the 15, 3rd and 5 from the 15, so we're definitely in 2-down territory here. But
you're in 2-down territory, or you go for a field goal.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they're thinking here in a minute.
Handoff to the up back, straight ahead, nothing. Falls ahead for a yard, so that's going to bring up 4th and 2.
So it's decision time, but I don't think it's much of a decision. Willett's over talking to Coach Ocon here on the sideline. Looks like they're going to bring in the next offensive play. Willett back out to the huddle. So 4th and 2.
Yeah.
And I would expect you're going to see Zamari Snowden off the left side here.
Gut check time for these TJ Patriots.
Run behind Storrs, get your 2 yards.
Here it comes. Handoff to Snowden. He's gone off tackle. Tripped and falls. He's not going to get it. It's going to be right at the marker.
Close. It's going to be very
Storrs
close.
says he got it.
Storrs says first down.
Everybody says they got it.
First down.
But they don't get to determine
Referee says first down.
First down is the signal. Boy, that was close, Tom.
Big play there, but it was the right play. I mean, if you're gonna try and get your 2 yards and get a first down, run behind Alex Storrs and put the ball in Zamari Snowden's
But he got hit right in the thigh pad, and that took that leg away, so he couldn't drive forward. But they do it. So we are talking 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line for the Lancers now. Handoff to the up back, straight ahead. It's a keeper. He runs him around the end and drills it down out to the 5-yard line. Well, that fools everybody on the quarterback keeper. Sort of a read option into the fullback's stomach, and he pulls it out and runs around the end on a bootleg.
On the play that they were running there, usually they'll give the ball to the fullback, which is Nick Bennett in this case. They call that Bob. And then when he keeps it, that's a Bob keep. And they're expecting the defense to crash down, and it's a big gain. It's going to bring up 2nd and short here.
2nd and 3 from the 3-yard line. Snowden punches it in there. Can't be brought down, and he drills ahead for about a yard gain. Tough, hard running by Snowden down there in the red zone.
Yeah, so second effort is able to get a yard. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 3. They can actually get a first down without scoring here.
You're right, they can. I see that. The marker is about a half a yard outside of the end zone. We've got a timeout on the field here. As a player is down on the far side of the field on one knee. It's an injury timeout, and he stands up and walks off the field.
Looked like he was trying to get off the field anyway and just took a knee toward the sideline. The whistles blow. But they had already had a substitute in for him. So here we go. 3rd and looks like 2 for Linganore. They're in their I formation.
Handoff to Snowden, bounces it outside, stiff arm, dragging, rolling out of bounds. He's not going to get anything. As a matter of fact, I think he lost a yard or 2.
Yeah, it looked to me it could have been like his head whipped around. I was thinking face mask, but the referees are right there, so there's no call.
So here comes the field goal unit on the field. And we're going to have a field goal attempt. The ball will be spotted on the 13-yard line, so we'll call it a 23-yard field goal.
And remember this last week, Michael, when they ran their special teams unit out and they ran a fake.
Yeah. They're trying to draw him off sides. There's a snap to set. The kick is up and right. Oh, and it hits the upright hit the left post and bounced back into the end zone. No good. And that is a huge moral victory for the Thomas Johnson Patriots.
Yeah, again, a long, sustained drive. Linganore had the ball for majority of that period, third quarter, and 1:39 to go, and we're still in a 7-7 tie. And TJ is going to take over on their 20-yard line.
Wow. It's tough to go all the way down the field, 80 yards.
It takes the wind out of the sails for you, for
chew
sure.
Up the entire third quarter and come away with nothing.
Linganore's going to have to step up big again, stop the run on the early downs and make sure they can't pass on them.
And here's exactly what comes back to run. He bounces it outside, but he's caught and dropped for a 1-yard gain.
And again, Linganore's got to continue to do this on first and second down. Force TJ in the second long, third and long, and then you got to shore up your pass defense. So 1:20 to go. The clock is running, 7-7. TJ actually rarely huddles up, and here they are in a huddle.
And they shuttle the play in from the sidelines, and here we go. They break huddle. 8 seconds on the play clock. They're going to have to hurry to get this one off. They get it off. Quick hookup on this is batted down by Stores at the line of scrimmage again.
Again, big play by Stores. I mean, he always seems to come up with a play when he need it. And number 7, Shimon Guinness, wide open again on the out route. Could have been a first down. At the very least, it was going to be a completion. Stores again with a big play. So we've got 3rd and 9, 58 seconds to go in a quarter. And again, Linganore's got to step up big here.
Two players shuttle in.
Starting to shuttle the play in and out, which is unusual for them. They like to go the no huddle spread.
Ball's on the 21-yard line. 3rd and 9. Confusion as they bring another player in. They're going to have to call timeout. There it is, timeout Patriots. But there was a lot of confusion on that play, Tom.
TJ is actually starting to melt down a little bit mentally here, it looks like. I mean, there's a lot of confusion so far here in the second half offensively. So again, Linganore will have to come up with a big. It's a big 3rd down right now in the game.
Tom, do you like Chinese food?
I do like Chinese food. I don't eat it as much as I'd like to, but I do like it.
I want to tell you about a great Chinese restaurant over in Walkersville, China Wok, located in the Walkersville Shopping Center. They have great Chinese food. They've got Peking duck. Have you ever had Peking duck? With the pancakes and everything. You ever tried that before?
I'm more of a like hot and spicy kind of guy.
You like
shrimp?
Szechuan shrimp.
Szechuan shrimp is for me. Yep.
Kung Pao shrimp, all that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. They've got it all. That's the China Wok restaurant located in the Walker's Village Way Shopping Center in Walkersville, Maryland. They are a game sponsor of today's broadcast, and we thank them. Go over there and tell them thank you for making this game broadcast possible and try their great food today. Here we go. Spread formation, 3rd and 9. Motion, handoff across the formation, trying to get around the left side, reverses field, caught in the backside and dropped for a 3-yard gain. They will not get enough. It's going to be 4th, and we'll call it 3.
And I hope the Lancers down there. Number 47's making a lot of big plays here in the second half, but TJ running back looks like number 34, Justin Thomas.
Is that who's down on the field?
Darren.
We've got a player down on the field right now.
Nicholas Bishop, actually. I thought it was Justin Thomas.
The trainer comes out. He's up. It's number 34, and he's gimping on that right leg.
Yeah, Nick Bishop. That was a big play right there. Albano came in and finished him off, but Jake Zudall, the defensive end, with a big stop there as he tried to reverse field. So it's 4th and 6.
And they're going to punt this one away.
In their own territory.
Yeah, they're going to punt it away with 44 seconds to go. And a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter here at Linganore High School between the Lancers and the Patriots. 2 receivers back deep on their own 48, waiting to receive the punt. Nice snap. Rush comes in. Good spiral kick. Takes a bounce at the 50 and a great TJ roll all the way down to the 32-yard line. It hit on the 50, and it rolled 15, 17 yards on the roll straight ahead.
And again, they probably necked, 45-plus yards on that. And again, they flipped the field. They did that in the first half when they got a big roll, and they get it again here. It's not a fieldable punt, you might want to fair catch something like that. But again,
it was too short to fair catch. They would have run into traffic to get that,
and it takes a big TJ bounce. So let's see if Linganore is able to sustain a drive like they did earlier this quarter.
Willett brings him up with an I formation behind him. 2 receivers split wide. He hands off to the deep back Snowden, who bounces it off tackle and straight ahead for a gain of 5.
Again, he's got great vision. He seems to find the block and then see the crease behind the block cut against the grain, and he's able to gain 4 on that. So it'll bring up 2nd and about 6.
Well, you're right.
And it looks like the clock's going to probably run out. They may get a playoff here, but 3, 2, 1. We're going to go into the 4th quarter.
That's it. The whistle blows. That's the end of 3 quarters of action here at Linganore High School, where the Lancers have 7 points on the board, as do the Patriots as well. 7-7 ball game, tied up. We'll step aside for a break as we switch ends of the field and start this one with 12 minutes on the clock. We'll be right back after this message.
Mountain Gate Restaurant is not just a place to eat, it is an experience. Down home country cooking in a friendly, relaxed atmosphere. Just off Route 15 in Thurmont, look for the big sign that says Mountain Gate Family Restaurant.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 12 minutes on the clock, 7-7 game. One of these teams will advance into playoff position. The other one, season will pretty much end. Double reverse, and he's dragged down after a 1-yard gain. So what a trick play. But it doesn't get a whole lot there, Tom.
No, it looked like it maybe 2 yards. It'll bring up maybe even less than that, but it'll bring up 3rd and 5 here.
So the ball is now on the 37-yard line, and this is a very crucial down for them because they're not in 2-down territory. They need to get to convert this one.
And they're in their typical I formation, and they're going to go off tackle to Snowden. He bounces it.
Still on his feet, and he's dragged down after a 2-yard gain, so he will not get it.
So number 5 for TJ on the tackle, Jason Swan. So TJ comes up with a big play. So it'll bring up 4th and 5. The Lancer punting unit is out on the field. Let's see if they're able to get this snap off cleanly and get a kick away, because TJ's been threatening these punts.
There's the snap, the kick. It bounces on the 32, takes a good Linganore roll all the way down to the 25, where it's downed at the 24-yard line.
And number 43, Jackson Ambush down there to cover Tyson Tregoning's punt. So that's good. That's a good flip of the field here for Linganore. So they're going to push TJ back. And again, like I said earlier when we opened up the second half here, Linganore's got to stop them on 1st and 2nd down. Stop that middle run. They've been doing a good job at it so far. But look for TJ maybe to start to mix it up and maybe go pass early.
And TJ runs straight from the sideline onto the field and ready, and they're onto the line of scrimmage with the play. They don't even stop. They just run straight to the line of scrimmage. And a handoff to the lone back as he tries to weave through traffic. Not much there. And then he manages to get a little second effort and pull 4 out of it.
Yeah, he's able to make the most of nothing there. Linganore gives up a little bit more than they'd like to. They give up 5 yards on 1st down. And again, looks like
now
another
player injured on the field.
Player down.
TJ, player down. As they're being attended to.
Yeah, trainers are out on the field.
Yeah.
I can't tell what number it is.
Couldn't see it myself. It's one of the interior linemen, I can tell you that much. He's laying on his back right on the 25-yard line with his knees slightly bent.
So, again, a pause in the action here as TJ, they probably got their best play so far here in the second half, gaining 5 yards on 1st down. So, the player's up and walking the sideline, and it's number 63 for TJ. That's Bryce Calvin. He's the guard.
Oh, 63. Yeah, I see it now.
So they're going to have to run in another player here. look for Linganore maybe to take advantage of that. They're maybe stunt one of their tackles, trying to take advantage of the second string guard in here. So 10:34 and counting, 7-7. TJ breaks the huddle.
TJ looking like they want to pass on this one. Hand off to the lone back. He tries to bounce outside, gets a lot of guys in his face, and they drop him for no gain.
Yeah, 49, Luke Freeman. 5, Devin Beck. 56, Cody Huber. And number 29 also in on the play. The Lancers shut them down. They'll bring up 3rd and 5. It's a good position to be in. 3rd and 5 at their 29-yard line. Linganore's going to have to step up big. This is typically a passing down. They can't let that. They can't have that soft cushion, and they can't give up the slant on the inside.
4 receivers split wide. Straight drop, looking right, wants to pass, got some pressure, hit on the release, and he makes the catch. First down yardage and all the way down to the 42-yard line. What a great play. That quarterback got creamed, but he got the ball away.
Yeah, he got the ball away. Number 9, Tyson Tregoning on the play. Looked like he slipped and fell. And number 3 was able to get open, Malik Jeffrey.
So on a great passing play, the Thomas Johnson Patriots moved the chains and balls all the way out to the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Pats. This time they flip the formation with the 3 receivers here to the near side. Looking out, quick little slot screen. He catches it, tries to get outside, and he's dragged down from behind for a 2-yard loss.
2-yard loss, and again, who comes up with the play? Number 4, Noel Steeren. When you need a big play, Noel makes a big play. That could have been a breaker.
Noel made that tackle?
Noel Steeren on the tackle.
Okay.
So that'll bring up 2nd and looks like about 14 now. That was a 3-yard loss. It was 2nd and 13.
2nd and 13, ball's on the 38-yard line. Crowd's getting into it. You hear them. Trips right. Pistol formation. Cox. Now slot screen to the other side. He's got lots of green this time, and then he's tackled and driven out of bounds into the Patriot bench. But he manages to get about 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to mark it. I mean, it's going to call that going to be 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6, number 19 on the stop for Linganore on that play. But again, you're right, Michael. They had the wide side of the field. They hit that back in the flat, and he had a lot of running room, but Linganore closed quickly. So it'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Ball's on the 45-yard line in Patriots territory. They need to get past the 50 and to the 49 on the other side to get that first down. Hand off to the deep back, met in the backfield and dropped for no gain.
Yeah, a host of Lancers in on the play there. Number 34, Nick Bishop, had nowhere to go on the play. Number 5 in there, Devin Beck, linebacker, Linganore.
So it's just been a real defensive gem in this second half between these two teams as the offense is just smacked back and forth and not able to really move the ball on crucial downs. We're all the way down to 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game, still tied, knotted up at 7 apiece. And the punting unit takes the snap and kicks a beauty, drives him back over the head, great bounce and rolls all the way down to the 12-yard line where it's down by TJ. And my goodness, this has been a battle of field position today and nothing else.
Battle of field position and a battle of wills. So you know what's going to come down to is who's going to be able to make a big play. First half, who made the big play? Both teams actually had one big play. Big pass play on the TJ side, and then the big hook and ladder for Linganore to tie it.
That's right. It's down to two big plays in this game and 2 scores. All right, Linganore has it on their own 12, 1st and 10. They hand off to them. Fumble. Ball's on the ground. I think Thomas Johnson got it. No,
I think Zamari Snowden actually got there before anybody else. That's a big play right there.
Yeah,
Linganore gets it.
Because not only did it squirt out, but it shot forward about another 5 yards, and it's going to be positive yardage as I believe we've got some hurt players.
Yeah, they're just trying to uncover the football, so it's a Linganore football. The referees make the call.
Snowden has it. But no, the Patriots guy's getting up slowly. He's all right.
And I think Snowden gained about 3 yards on that when the fumble squirted out.
He did. That was
Heads-up play for Linganore there.
That was
They
a
dodged a
6-yard
bullet.
fumble play. Here we go. 2nd and 4 for the Lancers. Hand off to Snowden. He darts through the line of scrimmage and right close to the marker. Let's see what kind of spot he gets.
It's going to be very close to a first down for Linganore. They may measure this one.
It's on the 22 where they spot it. That's where he had to get to the 22 to get the first down. And now they're going to call the change in. They call official timeout on the field.
From where we are, it looks like it should be a first down, but they're going to bring the change out just to be sure. This is a critical game. We talked about it at the beginning. This is like a playoff game for both of these teams. So you don't want it to be on a. You don't want the game to shift on something that could have been corrected. So they do the right thing and bring the chains out.
Let's see how much space there. It's a length of the football. First down.
And that energizes the sideline here on the Linganore side of the football field. So Willett quickly into the huddle.
Did you see what Willett did going in the huddle?
Had to jump the chain.
He hurdled the chain crew, and it was a nice-looking hurdle, too, I'll tell you. Here we go, 1st and 10. Lancers ball. Hand off to off tackle. Good, strong running. 10-yard gain. Right to the marker.
On the carry on the right side.
Was that Snowden?
Snowden again. Looks like he gained 11 yards if I'm seeing it right here. So
it does look like he got first down yardage. They haven't moved. No. He's going to be just shy
of the first down.
We'll call it a 9-yard gain, 2nd and 1. The ball spotted on the 31-yard line now, still in Lancers territory.
You're probably going to see Bennett right up the middle gain this short down.
Nope, they hand off to Snowden deep. He trips, falls, runs over top of the guy, and gets plenty of yardage. Call that a 7-yard carry.
Yeah, and Snowden behind the blocking of Isaac True and Jake Fry on the play. So, again, big carry, and they're moving the chains. Under 6 minutes now to go. Linganore first down.
By the way, happy birthday to Elaine Hooper, Isaac True's grandmother. Today, Sunday will be her birthday. So happy birthday, Elaine. Snowden on the carry. He's straight ahead for an 8-yard gain, and Snowden's starting to get his groove going.
Yeah, he's starting to warm up, and this Linganore offensive line is really starting to push TJ back. TJ may be getting tired because Linganore has been on the field a good deal.
Yeah, they've been
shoving
it. They shoved it that whole third quarter at him and didn't come up with anything.
But it's easier to play offense than it is to play defense in a situation like that.
Straight ahead, up back, not going to get it. He gets about 1. He's going to be a yard short. We'll call it 3rd and 1 with the ball just shy of the midfield stripe and 5:20 to go in this game, knotted up at 7 apiece.
And it's interesting. Willett having a conversation over here with Coach O'Connor on the sideline, but I can guarantee it's probably going to be Zamari Snowden off tackle, and I would probably think he's going to run left side behind Stores.
Yeah.
So with 5:05 to go, Linganore at the line of scrimmage.
Which is the wide side of the field, which gives him some room. And they're blitzing on the left side, but Snowden goes straight ahead, and he's got it.
Straight ahead, right up the middle. You knew it was going to be Snowden. You just assumed maybe it was going to be left side.
He fumbled that a little bit on the exchange, but he put it away and stuck his nose down there.
Yeah, this center quarterback exchange, too, it looks like it's a little off today because Willett's doing a good job actually handling some of these exchanges.
Ball marked on the 49-yard line in Patriots territory. Up back, straight ahead, breaks one in the secondary. 10-yard gain on the carry for number 14.
Yeah, Nick Bennett, again, tough yards, and he's going to be just shy of the first down. It's going to be about just under a yard shy, so with 4:30 to go, Linganore continuing to drive here.
Ball spotted right on the 40 now, 2nd and 1 for the Lancers. And they go up back again, straight ahead, first down yardage. Now a flag. That's been the bugaboo for this team all day. The same flag that's going to be a holding call and bring it back.
Yeah, and it's going to be on the center. Looks like Josh Taylor, number 64, is going to be on him. When a call comes in that quickly, you know exactly what it is. So with 2nd and just shy of 1 yard, it's a big pushback. It's a setback. It's going to bring up, instead of 2nd and 1, it's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And that's
12.
the kind of play you need to avoid in a game like this.
2nd and 12 as the ball goes back into Lancers territory on the 49. And that is a backbreaker. Blitz up the middle by the TJ. Snowden tries to bounce it out, but he runs out of green, and they throw him into the bench and stop it for no gain. Maybe 2 back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it'll bring up third and 10.
Yeah.
And again, Logan O'Brien, number 2, in on the play there for TJ. Looks like TJ is winded.
They are.
They came up with a stop there.
They're huffing, I can tell. Hands on their hips. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, the Lancers are ready. Big down right here. Hand off to the up back, straight ahead, nothing there.
Yeah, and again, TJ comes up big on the play. Number 55, Elijah Spencer, and number 5, Jason
So the
Swan.
holding call kills the drive, and the momentum seeps out of this Linganore possession. As the punting unit comes on, and they punt it away. Line drive kick, bounces to 25, 20, rolls down to the 15, still rolling, 10, 8, 6. What a roll all the way down to the 6-yard line. Man, oh man.
Actually, that's inside the 1-yard line. That really sets TJ way back. Look for Linganore to
Are you
pressure
sure?
this
Oh,
defense.
yeah, you're right. It is the 1-yard line, yeah.
This puts TJ in an awkward position because if they get stopped for a loss, that can be a safety, and that can be 2 points. In a game this tight, 2 points can be a big difference. So 3:34 to go here in a 7-7 ball game. And TJ 1st and 10 inside their own 1-yard line.
And here comes the Patriots out onto the field. Straight from the sideline huddle to the
TJ
line
straight
of
from the
scrimmage.
sideline right to the line of scrimmage.
4 receivers split wide, pistol formation for the Patriots. 3:34 to go in this game. Straight drop, quick little slot screen, it's caught. He breaks the tackle, still on his feet, drives all the way out, breaks another tackle, and out. Good, solid play by the Patriots to get out of that dead zone in the end zone with their backs to the wall. They get 12.
That's a big play for TJ. Gain of 12. So that takes them out of the shadow of their own end zone and gives them a little bit of breathing room. But again, they're pinned deep in their own territory with 3:27 to go here.
Here we go. 1st and 10 for Thomas Johnson as Cox looks over the defense, barks out the signals, straight drop, looking to his right, got a man in the flat, boom! He is hit hard and knocked down after a 3-yard gain on the pass.
Yeah, he's dropped big time. Nick Bishop on the reception. Alex Storrs coming in from the end position and putting a wallop on him. So that'll bring up 2nd and 8 here at their own 15.
Yeah, he only gets 2 on that pass.
And when the play gets off, we're going to be inside of 3 minutes here in a tight ball game.
Yep, we're thinking OT now. Straight drop, wants to pass, looking long, got a man, hooks up in the zone, and it's caught. 1st down yardage for the Patriots as they move the chains again, and just a great passing attack.
Yeah, and again, number 7, Shimon Gennis on the reception. He's been the thorn in Linganore's side here on defense. All ball game long, he just seems to come up with the big reception. Big, tall, lanky receiver.
If the Patriots starting to loosen up this a bit, TJ might be in trouble. Now we've got a whistle on the field, timeout.
It's going to be offside, Linganore. Number 47 jumped. Looked like a hard count there, and he just jumped right over the ball, but he just jumped.
He bit. So that gives him a 1st and 5 now with the ball moved out.
2:25 and counting here.
To the 30-yard line. Handoff to the back, off right tackle, caught in the backfield and dropped for a loss.
And again, Linganore's defensive line, Cody Huber, number 56, and also number 47, Jake Zudall in on the tackle. No gain. That'll bring up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, he just managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. Initial contact in the backfield. So it's 2nd and 5 now from the 30.
And we're inside of 2 minutes here at Linganore.
Straight drop, wants to pass, looking long, looking deep. He lets it go, right in the zone, caught! 45-yard line, breaks a tackle, falls, and stumbles ahead to the 47.
Yeah, caught in the middle, the shoestring tackle by number 5, Devin Beck. But he was wide open in the middle of the field. So TJ out to their own 48-yard line. So they're continuing to move the ball. 1:38 to go here at Linganore in a tight ball game.
Looking right, got a man, throws it in the turf, incomplete.
Well covered on the play. Noel Steeren on the play. It was intended for number 10 for TJ, Mark Sanino. So that'll stop the clock with 1:28 to go, Michael, in a tight ball game. I'm going to see who's going to flinch, right? Who's going to come up with a play? We may be headed to overtime.
One play is going to determine this game from either one of these teams. Trips left. Straight drop. Wants to throw a quick out. Got a man on it up. He's open. Oh, and he drops it. Tries to one-handed. Just a little too long. He had one arm on it, and he cannot pull it in, so it falls incomplete. And that had 7 written all over it.
And again, they like to isolate number 7, Shimon Guinness. They went trips to the left, and they had him isolated on the wide side, on the right side, which is the short side of the field, all by himself, on a hitch and go. And he had a step on the defender. He was not able to connect.
Cox made a good pump fake on the hitch, and that just was enough to get separation. But Cox doesn't throw a strike on that one, and we're down to 3rd and 10 on the 47. Straight drop, wants to pass, got some pressure, lets it go, knocked away, and a great defensive play by number 19 for the Lancers.
Number 19, Tyson Tregoning, had a big interception last week against Westminster. He comes up with a big play right there, batting that ball down. But Cox was put flat on his back by number 75, Alex Storrs. It's going to force a punting situation here for TJ, so they're going to punt the ball away with 1:16 to go.
This has been a classic defensive battle this entire second half. All the scoring happened in the first. High punt. He has to drop back to get it. He gets the kick away. It bounces at the 28 and rolls down to the 20 and takes a good TJ roll down to the 12-yard line.
And another kick by Tyler Gibson, Michael, and he gets another excellent roll.
These kickers
got a good roll.
Everybody's gotten a roll. I saw one ball that spiked.
Yeah.
All night, and the rest have been just, the rolls have been longer than the kick.
Oh, yeah, it's like me when in golf trying to hit the green. I hit the green, and then it rolls like onto the next fairway. And that's not a good thing. In this game, it's been a good thing for them. So Linganore.
82 yards to go for the Lancers, and they run straight up the middle. With 57 seconds, I believe we're going to go to overtime here. Our first overtime game of the year in Frederick County.
And 49 seconds in counting here. Willett took a 50-yard jog to the sideline to get the play, and he's back in the huddle.
I smell pass. Nope, they run it off. Straight ahead, first down yardage for Snowden. Quickly, they run back to the line of scrimmage. They've got a Patriot player on the ground, but he gets up quickly.
But the clock stops for 28 seconds to move the chains.
Right, they move the chains just like we did.
They are not going to throw the ball right now. They're going to get plenty of Zamari Snowden here. I don't think they want to turn the ball over this deep in their own territory.
Hand off to Snowden off the left side, straight into the secondary, still on his feet, dodging, running, and a first down yardage again. They're going to stop the clock. This time, they call timeout. So Coach Connor runs up to the referee and puts the T in his face and says, give me one.
Yeah, so we got a timeout here to go. 7-7 in a classic Frederick County football game. A crisp, cold night here, probably the first one we've had all season. And it's nothing but cold, you wouldn't even think. The weather is cold, but the game is very, very hot. This could go either way. 16 seconds to go in a tightly fought ball game here.
Nose of the ball just up against the 40-yard line in Lancers territory, so they've got 60 to go. Well, they could kick a field goal, so let me say they've got to go 40.
Yeah, it's a short period of time to go that distance.
Yeah, and 15 seconds now.
And remember, they burned an early timeout, so I think they have one remaining.
They do. So here they go. Let's see what they've dialed up. I don't know if they're going to the air, but they're showing pro set. They're going to pass. A quick little soft hitter. He breaks the tackle. Still on his feet. All the way down to the 41-yard line. With 10 seconds, it stops the clock to move the chains. 10 seconds on the clock. They're in Patriots territory. They're on the 41-yard, and now they call timeout. Their last one of the second half. So, Tom.
10 seconds ago, that big reception by Michael Reinick there, and it looked like TJ was playing the hook and ladder, and he kept it, hit the seam, and got the first down.
It was the same play that they ran the hook and ladder from. You're right.
It was. They pulled it back out of the backfield, so TJ was biting on that. They didn't want Snowden to beat him again. And Reinick was able to get big yards for Lancer first down. So they've got the ball at the TJ 41-yard line.
So who's their kicker? Who's their field goal kicker?
Field goal kicker is 51, Anthony Sparacino. He can hit a good long field goal, but they're not in his range.
How far do
yet.
they have to go to get in his range?
Oh, I would say they need to at least get another 10 yards or so.
Yeah, I was going to say
at
20.
least.
I was going to say 20. Yeah. All right, here we go. Ball's on the 41. 1st and 10. 10 seconds on the clock. Tie game. He wants to pass. Rolls to his right. Stops. Throws it down. Out of bounds. And incomplete. So that only ticks 3 off the clock. We've got 7 seconds still.
And I wonder if they're going to call that back out to 8 seconds, because when the ball hit the ground, there was 8 seconds left on the clock.
I hate when they roll a left-handed quarterback to the right.
Not only did they roll him to that side, but it's the short side of the field.
Exactly. So they're talking.
Linganore hasn't run the waggle play yet. I would see if they line up, in which they're not going to. I was going to say
there's
if they
5
line up
seconds. They took 2 off the clock, Tom. There's 5 seconds according to the official field time. This is going to be the last play of this regulation game.
Actually, half a second. Looks like they
they got a. They were signaling 5 on the field. I saw them. The referee signaled 5, and now they dial it up to.
There 05. They go. Now the clock looks right.
Okay. So it's 5 seconds to go in the game. 1 play. So Linganore has to go for it all right here. Blitz up the middle is coming. Long count. Here comes the blitz. He's running.
Just go down. There you go. Just go down.
And that's it.
Don't make a mistake. Let's go to overtime.
We're going to overtime. Wow. OT, baby. What do you think?
Overtime here on a cold, crisp night in Newmarket, Maryland at Linganore Stadium. Who'd have thought? 2 teams battling to make the playoffs, both on the outside looking in. With the Seneca Valley loss today, if Linganore is able to pull one out, they jump into the last playoff spot, and it's going to come down to a nail-biter here in overtime. So both sidelines regroup. And we're going to be starting overtime here in a few minutes.
All right, we'll step aside for a commercial break here. We'll be right back for oh boy, this is a great game. You're getting your money's worth out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
If you are a new or used car dealer and are tired of the expense and hassle of those huge dealer auctions, it may be time to try this little public auction where prices match the big guys and expenses are 50% less. Here's a sampling of last Thursday's sale. A 2009 Pontiac Torrent for only $3,500, an 07 Toyota Avalon with only 55,000 miles on it for only $4,200, and an 07 Ford Fusion in excellent condition for only $1,750. Gettysburg Auto Auction still has the lowest fees of any auction and the highest customer satisfaction record possible. Couple those with our exclusive Bid Drive Buy program, where you get to drive your car before you buy it, and Leftover Fridays, where you can drive any vehicle and buy it on the spot. Gettysburg Auto Auction is a totally unique car buying experience. Gettysburg Auto Auction is located at the Steinware exit on Route 15, just north of the Maryland line. For a sampling of inventory and policy guidelines, go to gettyauto.com. Gettysburg Auto Auction, the little auction shooting for our all-time best sale.
Are you ready to look and feel better? Sport and Health is here to help. We make getting fit fun and easy. Do you love group fitness classes? There are hundreds of energizing classes you'll enjoy, from Zumba, Bang, Body Pump, cycling, and more. Are you a weekend warrior? Train like the pros with our Explosive Performance Athletic Training Program. We'll help you improve your skills in any sport.
Need some way to entertain the kids? Try our Kids Club programs or bring them in for a swim in the pool. Best of all, every new member gets a free Smart Start personal training session to help you get started. Check out our 2 convenient locations in Frederick. Go to sportandhealth.com and get your free trial membership. That's sportandhealth.com.
All right, we are in overtime here at Linganore High School. We're going to get you caught up on some scores from around the league. The Urbana Hawks have jumped out to a 28-14 lead now over Catoctin on a 1-yard score by offensive lineman Mark Shekletsky. Walkersville 64-0 over Frederick. That's a final. Westminster pulls close in on a 28-yard field goal, down by 2 against Tuscarora, 28-26 over at Tuscarora. And finally, Allegheny beats Brunswick 63-0. Tom, what's high school overtime look like?
So again, this is unusual. So it's 7-7 here at Linganore Stadium. 7-7 TJ Linganore. And what's going to happen is it's rare. You know, you don't see a lot of high school games going to overtime. And in the old days, overtime was an extra period. Now they even got the coaches out. The referees are explaining what's going to happen. They're probably going to do a toss to see who gets the first possession. But they're going to play it like they do in college, where they're going to get the ball. Each team's going to get an offensive series with the opportunity to score. And we'll go back and forth. And I don't know how many possessions that it takes before the game officially does end in a tie. And I don't think either one of these teams wants the game to end in a tie, particularly Linganore, because if they're able to pull this out after the way the season started with all the injuries that they've had, if they're able to pull this out, then they jump into a playoff spot if the season were to end today.
And I can't help but think how many points they would get for a tie. That never even entered into my stream of consciousness when I was thinking about this whole thing.
Yeah, it wouldn't have, because how many games have we done? We've never had a game go into overtime, so it doesn't happen that frequently. Usually, even in close games, usually it's decided well before the end of the game.
Well, looks like Linganore has won the toss. They're pumping their fist in the air.
They're going to go defense. They're defensive units out there on the football field. So TJ is going to get the ball at the Linganore 10-yard line with the opportunity to score. So Linganore's defense will take the stand first. Now remember, just like college football, this is going to be a situation where TJ will get the opportunity, and whether they score or not, Linganore's going to get an opportunity. So even if TJ scores a touchdown, Linganore's going to have the opportunity to score a touchdown as well.
Yeah, to match it, right.
So it's important for Linganore to step up big here and get a hold. If they can get a hold and then they get the ball, they can kick a field goal. So there's
the
a lot of
Patriots
strategies
are
going to this.
They're on the Linganore 10-yard line. They've only got to go 10 yards to score. And here we go. This is like a shootout in soccer, isn't it?
It's not quite like sudden death, but a shootout is probably more like it because each team's going to get an opportunity.
Straight drop, wants the pass, got a man on slack, caught, touchdown. So they score right away on a quick slant over the middle. TJ takes the lead.
And that happened pretty quick. So now TJ is going to attack the extra point. So that makes it 13-7 TJ as they line up here for the extra point. And this could be critical too. If they're not able to get the extra point, then that opens the door for Linganore to score and kick the extra point.
Can you go?
But this kicker Gibson is a good kicker.
Can you go 2-point conversion down here? There's the snap, the set, the kick is up. He missed it.
No good.
Right.
Oh, that does leave the door open for Linganore.
He shanked it wide right.
And again, he had plenty of leg. He's a good kicker. You know he has the distance, but that's a tough position to be in because you know that could come back and bite you. It's not like any other part of the game. This is it. This is at the end. So they're playing in the north side of the end zone here, north side of the field, north end zone. So Linganore is now going to take over at the 10-yard line, and we'll see what they dial up. This is an exciting game. 13-7. And there's no clock. I mean, it's just going to be four downs.
How many downs do they have? All 4?
4 downs to score. Yep.
All right, here we go. Linganore brings out the line of scrimmage. They're on the same 10-yard line facing north. First and goal. Handoff to Snowden. Caught and tackled for no gain.
And again, so TJ, a quick strike offense. They have such a good passing attack. They're able to strike quick. So it'll be second and goal and no gain on the play for Snowden. Interesting, because what they're doing now, Snowden's in the game and they're bringing in number 24, Isaiah Dowry as well, another back. So they may go pro set here. Now they're going to go I, and Dowry's going to be in the wing.
Handoff on the reverse. Quarterback keeper, he's running. He pitches to Snowden, and Snowden takes it down to the 2-yard line. Almost got it in. What a great
big gutsy play. That's a tough play to run down there. You fake the inside handoff, you roll out, and then at the last minute you're pitching out to that
trailing back.
So it'll be
it's third
down
goal
at the 4-yard line.
From the 4, yeah. Woo! My goodness.
I'm even feeling the nerves.
So now I'm saying Snowden's going to run right. Nope, they go in the up back straight ahead. There's no signal yet.
No call yet.
The 1-foot line and down. So it's going to be 4th and goal.
Wow, you cannot get any closer than that without being in the end zone.
There's no green between the nose of the football and the goal line.
And a TJ player down, either some type of lower leg injury or he's cramping up.
I think he's got a cramp. So what do you call, Coach? Quarterback sneak?
No, I don't go sneak on this. I like the fullback, but you can't go wrong with Snowden either, because anytime you need the yard, Snowden's able to get it for you.
You're right.
This is a tough situation to be in because it's so close.
Yeah, and this is it. This is perhaps the whole regular season right here on the line on this play. Here we go, up to the line of scrimmage. The crowd's on their feet. Handoff to the up back, straight ahead.
TJ called timeout.
Oh, man, he was in the end zone, but they called timeout right at the snap and got it in time. And we're going to have to run that one again. You hate that.
Yeah, I hate that play.
You shouldn't be allowed to do that.
But it's when it gets that close, you should. When the play clock gets in a certain side of a certain number of seconds, it feels like it's unfair to call timeout.
Because now you know the play.
Yeah, but mano a mano, right? At this point, go with what got you there.
You're right. You're absolutely right. It's one at the line of scrimmage right now. If you move the line of scrimmage back, or they move you back, right now low man wins.
Oh, you can feel the energy in the stadium, because it's one play and it could decide a lot of things right here. And then if they score, it's going to come down to one other big play.
Yes. Here we go. Under center. Willett. Handoff to Snowden. Off left tackle. Punches it in. No signal yet.
He's in! They call touchdown! Linganore! Oh my God!
They take it all the way down.
Game, and Linganore's going to line up for the extra point. The biggest extra point of the year. Remember, earlier in the game, Sparacino missed a field goal and hit the upright, so he could redeem himself right here. Put Linganore in the playoffs. They'll take the number 4 spot in the playoffs with a good extra point right here.
13 extra point attempt is coming right now. Offsides. There's the flag, the snap, the set, the kick is up, and I believe it was wide right.
They jumped.
Oh, yeah,
they jumped. So they're going to have to re-snap this again. So it doesn't really do much for Linganore because you're already at the 2.5-yard line.
But that ball was wide right, wasn't it?
I couldn't tell from here.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. All right, we're going to redo it. Just like it seems like that's a word we use a lot around here right now.
Yep, 13-13.
Here we go. The snap, the set, the kick is up, right up the middle, and it is good!
Unbelievable, 14-13, and the whole Linganore Our football team is storming the field at the 50-yard line, and you probably see at the bottom of the pile, there's Anthony Sparacino. You see the thrill of victory at the 50-yard line, and you see the agony of defeat down inside the 10-yard line as there are plenty of TJ players on a knee. Again, this was a big-time playoff atmosphere at Linganore, and they pull out the game in overtime after TJ scores quickly on an opening snap touchdown. Linganore comes back, shows character and determination, and is able to score fourth down inside the 1-yard line, and they kick the big extra point. Talk about playoff football. It happened early here on an October day in late October here at Linganore on probably the first cold night of the year, Michael.
This is one we'll remember. We've had a lot of memorable games here over the past 8 years, but this ranks right at the top.
Unbelievable. Hey, to the point, Michael, I thought I was a little bit nervous for these players myself. Great effort by both teams. I have to say both teams put it all out there tonight, and you got to tip your hats to TJ. You do. It was one heck of a football game. And Linganore, they had the edge being at home, but, it came down right to the very last play. You can't say that a lot, but it came down to the very last play and a gutsy effort by both teams.
And, TJ never gave up, Tom. They kept pushing and banging, and they never gave up.
Yep, there was no give up or quit on either side of this equation, both teams. And I tell you, I like that quarterback for TJ.
He's good.
Gutsy player.
Yes,
and number 7. Unbelievable. But Anthony Sparacino, talk about, missing a kick early in the game and having that, hang over your head. And then at the very last opportunity, the last snap of the football game, you kick the extra point to win it and put your team in the playoffs.
Right.
What if the season were to end today?
All right, we're going to step aside for our last break. Come back for your post-game wrap-up. You're listening to AM 1450. Congratulations, Linganore wins it 14-13. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to look and feel better this fall? Sport and Health is here to help. We make getting fit fun and easy. Do you love group fitness classes? There are hundreds of energizing classes you'll enjoy from Zumba, Bang, Body Pump, cycling, and more. Are you a weekend warrior? Train like the pros with our Explosive Performance Athletic Training Program. We'll help you improve your skills in any sport.
Need some way to entertain the kids? Try our Kids Club programs or bring them in for a swim in the pool. Best of all, every new member gets a free Smart Start personal training session to help you get started. Check out our 2 convenient locations in Frederick. Go to sportandhealth.com to get your free trial membership. That's sportandhealth.com.
Well, we promised you a good game, but we had never imagined in our wildest dreams that it would be this good.
Unbelievable game. I mean, I'm going to sleep well tonight, and I wasn't even playing. We're just up here in the booth. That was an exciting football game.
Yes, it was. So, let's wrap that thing. Let's put a ribbon on this thing for him, Thomas. Well, the first half, 7-7.
First half, 7-7, and we said, it's going to come down to who makes the big play, right?
Yeah.
Each team had a big play in the first half.
They did.
And both had to be executed to perfection in order to score. And Linganore, with their backs against the wall at the end of the first half, was able to score with 3 seconds to go to make it a 7-7 game. And then the second half, it was just a stalemate.
Defense, all the way. Great, solid defense, and nothing but.
And then you go to the overtime, which I'm not a big fan of, by the way. I don't like. It's not like football to me. It's it is. It's like a shootout in soccer or hockey or something. But even there, I think in hockey and soccer it's a little more exciting. Here it's.
Hey, I'm old school. Put 8 minutes on the clock.
Let's keep playing. Let's keep playing. Hey, and if it's a draw at the end of that, it's a draw.
Home.
But the way overtime, so no scoring in the second half. Not great defense, no scoring, and then it comes down to 4 downs from the 10-yard line for each team.
Absolutely. Wow. Don't know what to say. We're speechless up here. Just so you know, that both teams scored in overtime, but it came down to that extra point. And Linganore wins this one 14-13. And right now we're looking out over the entire field. The stands emptied fast. I mean, all of a sudden, boom, nobody's out there. But I'm looking out on the field, and to my left, on the green, I see the entire Linganore coaching staff and players all down on one knee in a big huddle as the coaches talk to them. Same thing to my right, I see all the white uniforms, and they're coming in now for the team hand in. Everybody's putting a hand in now as the Patriots are huddled up down on the 20-yard line on the south end of the field. So.
Actually, you know what? I know they're disappointed on the TJ side, but I'll tell you, they're not together. There are stragglers hanging out on the outskirts of that huddle. Yeah. And I'm not a big fan of that. As a coach, you want your team
you want everybody
together, win or lose.
Sure.
And
look at Linganore
side.
now, man. These guys are pumped because they just went in. They just got themselves inserted into the playoff picture. Hey, we had the honor of having Miss Donna here tonight. Donna, you got to watch a pretty exciting football game.
I did, and I was totally confused when it went into overtime. You know, I'm such an old-timer that we used to give like a whole quarter, and then they'd duke it out, right? But here they went down, all the way down right to the goalpost, just a few yards away from the goalpost. They each got a little turn. It's like, oh, come on, guys.
It's sportsmanship.
Oh, it's not sportsmanship. It's piddly-ass stuff.
Well, we agree. We agree with you.
Come on, man.
You're preaching to the choir. But anyway, it was good to have you in the booth, Donna.
We had fun. It was very exciting, I have to say. And there was great sportsmanship all around because, you know, the crowd was mixed. I don't know if you could hear it, but there were a Linganore and TJ people right here.
Really?
Yeah, there were. I could hear them. And I'm like, oh, what if something happened? Nothing ever happened.
Wow, that's great. That's great to hear. Well, Tom, so next week, Linganore takes on Urbana in the I-70 Classic. And, of course, Urbana was leading Catoctin last we checked. That game will just strictly be for pride as far as Urbana's concerned, but for Linganore, it's a different story.
Yeah, again, it's going to be a must-win for Linganore.
Yeah.
You know, they're in the 4th spot now.
Yeah.
And unless bonus points or something like that come into play, they control their own destiny. They got to come out, take care of business, take the I-70 trophy, and then go to the playoffs.
Go to the playoffs, right. And Seneca Valley, of course, loses tonight. So Linganore is going to wake up tomorrow morning in 4th place in the 3A West. And there's only 4 places that get into the playoffs, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, but you've got Seneca Valley and South Hagerstown looming a couple of points behind.
Yeah, and we Linganore beat South Hagerstown earlier in the year. The only thing I wanted to point out is, you know, last 2 players on the football field, there's Greg Swatek from the Frederick News Post. Who's he interviewing? He's interviewing Nick Bennett and Zamari Snowden. Actually,
yes.
No, it's not Nick Bennett. It's Anthony Sparacino.
Yeah, the kicker.
The kicker.
Right.
And Zamari Snowden, who had another big game.
That's who you want to write about, the guy that won the game.
Yeah, look at the smile on his face. I coached him as a freshman. He is a great kid. He will do anything for his teammates and for his coaches. So it's
Good
really
kid.
a privilege to see a kid like that be able to enjoy that moment of winning a big-time football game.
Absolutely. All right, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We put a ribbon on it for you here. The Linganore Lancers win it in a thrilling overtime 14-13 victory over the Thomas Johnson Patriots. You check out our sports inbox to see where we'll be next week, the 10th and final game of the regular season. That's WTHU.org. And we want to thank our entire AM 1450 team for making this broadcast possible. To you, Tom Jeppy, great to be back in the booth with you. Looking forward to going deep into the playoffs here with Frederick County teams.
It was fun once again. Thanks, Michael, and thanks, Donna. It was a privilege having you. It was fun. Usually it's just the 2 of us carrying on up here, but it was nice to have you.
It was. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great weekend. We'll see you next Friday night for some more good high school football.